Hey guys, J Man here. All right, we're talking today with an amazing fan about a character. Now, what can I say about this character? How can I even introduce this character? This character has been around for a long, long time. Has been around with me my whole entire life, my whole childhood growing up. Um, Introduced in 1939 in Detective Comics number 27, created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. Yes, Bill Finger, very important in his creation. When you're talking about characters who are important in popular culture, who are important just in the world in general, and when you're talking about, just top fictional characters of all time, we're talking like a Sherlock Holmes or like a Tarzan or a James Bond, right? This character is just right up there with all of these other characters, and there's probably not too many people alive in the world that don't know who the Batman is, and that's who we're going to talk about today. Um, Bruce Wayne saw his parents killed. He became Batman to fight crime, and the rest is literally history, and it's the future too, because it's never going to end. I don't think Batman's ever going to go away. All right, so today I've got with me a person that he's been on here lots of times. One of the panelists, always in the chat, but we're bringing him on just as a special guest, and me and him are going to talk about his favorite character, Batman, and that is Arkham Gaming. How's it going, dude?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I mean, what can we even say? Like, it's like you're introducing Batman, like it's like he's like the biggest, probably the most popular fictional character right now. I
Yeah.
would I would probably say out of all of those other ones, like guys like Tarzan, Sherlock, like Robin Hood, these kinds of characters, King Arthur, they never really go away. But Batman, for some reason, has just really taken a hold of everybody's imagination, and people just love him so much. It's all like to even say that he's equal to Superman is crazy, because at one point Superman was the only superhero anybody knew about, and to have him up there now and maybe in some circles even surpass Superman in some people's opinions, at the very least they're equally together on top. Sometimes Batman even outshines Superman, sometimes Superman comes back. It kind of goes back and forth,
Yeah.
but
Like
it's
with
crazy to think that he's 1939, man, before either of us was born, and he's going to be around when we're both dead.
yeah, Batman's gonna be far like he's not gonna go away because like he's such a popular IP with DC, and like when Batman was first introduced, I read some of the Golden Age stuff.
Wow.
I really liked it, but the one thing that really got me into Batman is the 52, the new 52 that everyone knows
Wow.
for.
New 52. A lot of people don't like the new 52, especially some of us older folks with canes. We're like, oh, the new 52 is not the proper universe.
Like to
I
me,
like the new 52s,
yeah,
at least the
I
Batman
don't
stuff.
understand the hate because like to me, I like Tom. I like the new 52 and the Rebirth. I think I think the Rebirth is the one that Tom King did. I think so.
Rebirth Detective Comics is the best comic
Yeah,
there is.
I really in to me I enjoyed the story. Like this, I really enjoyed New 52. It shows Batman like the morals and like everyone that says Batman doesn't kill is like the New 52 grabs that because like it does grab that because like I do understand like in the past Batman does kill. He did in comics. But the reason why a lot of people like him not killing is it shows Batman that he has morals and he knows there is a better way than killing, and to show that like if he kills a person, like it doesn't make him better than the villains he's trying to go against. It doesn't make him better. That's the reason why the new 52 resonates to a lot of Batman fans is it shows like Batman's trying to find a
Right,
better way
right.
to save Gotham. to be better than killing.
Yeah.
And people can I understand the Frank Miller is a Frank Miller is a famous graphic novel. I still enjoy the story, but I just prefer
The
the New
no killing.
52.
Okay, so let's go a little bit we'll get to there. I think we'll go a little bit in order. I want to say hello to
Okay.
everybody in the chat. I appreciate everyone being here. Right away, Ben wants to see my shirt, which he or she, I'm not sure, always does. It is just Game of Thrones. Winter is coming, but winter is going because this shirt is now too big for me. I've lost too much weight for it. Unfortunately, this will be donated probably after this recording. Want to say hello to the fabulous Caleb. What's going on? The Truth is here. Thank you so much. Geek Studios, thank you so much for being here, buddy. Hey, hey to Arkham Ryan, brother. Thanks for joining. I like Superman more too, but we're gonna do Batman. Today's Batman Day, so we're gonna praise our Batman. Anthony is here. The words trash may be following. New 52 is good. Yes, Geek Studios, everyone. is lot. Yes, yeah, we're all here. Yeah, we're good. We have 2 WB supporters. Well, this entire thing is this entire shelf is WB. So I don't know what to tell you.
If I could show you my room, I have so many WB stuff. Like,
oh my god, New 52 is okay. Yeah, we've already started. Rebirth is my favorite. I really like Rebirth. Yeah, we're gonna get to killing is good. We're already starting this argument. Oh my gosh! All right, let's Robin killing is good. I love Robin. Robin is one of my favorite characters of all time.
Which Robin?
All of them, but Dick Grayson's my ultimate favorite. Okay, so let's do your introduction first, and then we'll do my introduction, and we'll let it go from there. What was the first thing? Was it New 52? Was that literally the first thing that got you into Batman?
No, that was like the start of comic books that I got into. The Batman '89 is the movie that got me into Batman. I really liked I really was fascinated how the character was introduced in that movie. Like, I liked like, I see how like the character was motivated and everything, and like I thought it was I liked how Tim Burton created the character, and I also liked I think it's what's after Batman. I think it's Batman
Returns with Penguin.
Returns. I know people didn't like that movie a lot, but I
love it. Yep.
I like that movie too, and those 2 movies got me into the Batman fan that I am today, and got me into comic books that explored comic books from the New 52. Started watching cartoons like Batman animated series. That's my all-time favorite. Batman Beyond, and so forth and so on. It's like it was a stepping stone of becoming a Batman fan for me.
That's great, because '89 was a big thing, and I saw it in the theater, as I'm sure Sean and Steve also saw it in the theater. I saw it in the theater about 3 times. I saw it on an IMAX. There was something that wasn't called IMAX. It was called Cinesphere, and it was like this huge thing, and you would actually lay down, and the screen would be like around you. And I saw Batman '89 on that. It was fantastic. But for me, I was a little kid. I love the Batman cartoons. We're talking about Super Friends. Where he teamed up with Scooby-Doo and all that. And there's a radio show host who's a very famous host. His name, Casey Kasem. He was the voice of Robin, and we all loved Robin. I loved Robin as a kid. I played as Batman and Robin with my buddy. We would take turns being Batman and Robin. I actually liked being Robin because I loved Robin, but he was the younger and shorter one, so he would be my Robin, and we'd go around playing, and we made the capes and all that. I have my old, I've thrown this before, my old school Batman watch, which is from '82, and then I got my new Batman watch. And I've always loved Batman. Like, the Adam West series was huge for me. It was just like Batman come to life from the comics. But I'm going to talk. We're going to continue on with Batman. I just want to say one other thing about Batman '89, because I've got a story that this is a very unique story. When I was in grade 6, when Batman '89 came out, I went to go see it in the theater with a friend of mine, and we dressed up as we had Batman hats, we had a Batman shirt, we had our watches, we had like we took his my friend's car, my friend's father's car. We put fins on it, we put bat symbols on it, and we made it like a Batmobile. And we went and we took. And I've got this photograph. Like I should have had this photograph ready. Darn. I have a photograph of us going to see Batman in '89. I actually have the photograph of us in the car with the Batmobile that we made, and I saw it in the theater, and my sixth grade teacher, my homeroom teacher, happened to be in the theater. And so that was the Friday night or whatever it was. The next Monday in class, the teacher said, Jason, my name's Jason. He's like, Jason, can you come up to the front of the class? I was like, holy shit. And he put a chair down and he's like, so Jason and I went and saw Batman '89, and we did a Siskel and Ebert review. We literally, this was impromptu. He's like, what did you think of the Joker? What did you think of Batman? What did you think of Alfred Vicky? We reviewed the movie in front of the class. And this is how big, you guys aren't understanding. This is how big this movie was. Like, we're not doing school. Like, he's like, I'm not teaching math right now. We have to talk about Batman. This is the teacher. Can you imagine your teacher in any of your classes or schools that you've ever been to stopping the class and say, guys, we got to talk about Batman right now? And the class was asking us questions. They were raising their hands. They're like, oh, does like Riddler show up? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe he does. It's like, because I saw it on the opening day. This is how important this movie was, that we're talking about it in school. It was crazy. So it's great that you got into Batman from that. So did you like Batman? You like Batman Returns, right?
Yeah, I like Batman Returns, but it's not my overall favorite is Batman 89. That was like one of my favorites. I really liked Batman '89. Like it was the first introduction of the Penguin. I really liked I really liked how he introduced the Penguin and like him becoming the mayor. I think that was pretty cool. Like it takes after one of the most inspiration graphic novels. I think it's Batman Earth One, where Penguin becomes mayor, and I think it was very pretty cool to have that.
The movies took a lot from the Batman Adam West show, which was very important. You guys have to know that Batman was a super zero nothing character. Yeah. There was Superman, and then there was like literally like everyone else is like, trash, to steal Anthony's word. And then when that show came out, it skyrocketed these people. I've got Burt Ward's autograph. I have this is Batman stuff, but I actually have an entire shelf of just Robin stuff because I loved Robin so much, mostly from that show. And then Tim Drake and all that stuff, and all those guys, Jason Todd and everything. And I have Death in the Family, the collected edition. I never got the issues individually, but it was so important. We're going to answer Caleb's question in a second too. It was so important. And Penguin becoming mayor, that was right out of the Adam West show. Joker doing the paintings, that was out of the Adam West show. There's a lot of things that were from that Adam West show that they took and put into the movies and made them more sinister than they were. Because, Penguin becoming mayor was just like a fun, cheesy episode. But him, here being the mayor, he could really do a lot of damage, right? So, I mean, what was your favorite Batman story, I guess, just like in any form, comics or movie?
If that's a tricky one. Like, I have a few favorites. If I would have to say my top 5, like, because I can't pick one, like, I would say I really liked, my number one favorite is the Court of Owls, of course. Like,
I really liked the Court of Owls storyline. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, like how they introduced like the Court of Owls, and the Bat family had some had some influence in there too. I really liked Batman. I really liked it. Reminded me like you're in like Batman's in this maze, and it's like you're in his head. It's like a psyche, and like I really liked how they introduced the Court of Owls, and it's just one of my all-time favorite. I could read that over and over, and um, such a good story. I my other two is I really liked the City of Bane. Like the City of Bane is such a good. The City of Bane Part One and Part Two. I really liked.
Yeah,
Like
this all played out in the recent Batman, or like not Detective Comics, but Batman, right?
yeah, like I liked how they did like I'm allowed to say spoilers, right?
What's that?
Am I allowed to say spoilers
Yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah. Some spoilers, whatever. No worries.
Okay, I really liked how like in you have two Batmans. You have Thomas Wayne Batman and you have Bruce Wayne Batman. That's like on vacation with Catwoman,
Right.
and I liked how they kicked off the um. I have in graphic novel form, but I liked how they kicked it off where one of the most beloved family members, Bat family, dies. Like Bane, I think it's yeah, Bane snaps Alfred's neck, and
And
it's
he kills Alfred.
like that. What and it starts off as such a good story. Like you see Alfred as like one of the most beloved, like favorite Bat family members, and this story pushes Bruce Wayne to like because you think of Bruce Wayne like Alfred's always there to help him. Like Alfred's always there to like help him when he needs it. But when after this story, like after the City of Bane and Joker War, this leads off into the Infinite Frontier. But like it shows Batman that he doesn't have the Batcave anymore. He doesn't. He has like he has to learn how to do things by himself now and learn how to survive, and it shows the character more developed because like it shows the Batman character in such a different way because like what if you kill Alfred? What is Batman without Alfred? Because I know he's a big major character because Alfred always helps Batman.
Now Alfred had died, or I don't remember this for sure. If Sean will probably pop in eventually in the comments, and if he does, I'll remember to ask him. He died, and they actually had Aunt Harriet for a while, way back in the day, and Alfred was gone. And I don't remember what the storyline was for that. I'm sure someone can Google it. I wasn't reading proficiently, back then, but it was, and I remember thinking like, oh, there's no Alfred. And I don't know how long it took for them to bring it back, which is so weird. But it looks like this time they're pretty serious because this has affected so many books, and it's like Nightwing's affected, like all the Bat books, all the Bat families.
Yeah.
So if like even Robin, if you've read the latest Robin, he was.
Oh, I read it.
Yeah, that was good stuff. So the thing with Batman is it's hard to pick your favorite. For me, I can't pick a favorite story because there's so many.
Yeah, like
I don't even know where to begin. And The Dark Knight Returns was very, very important because yet again, it was another milestone where Batman was seen as a bit cheesy. Batman was kind of going out of favor. Frank Miller came in and injected, like some grit and a little bit of, nastiness into Batman. And I think it did a lot of great things for Batman. I think the one downside is that people seem to go to that as the premier thing. It's like, oh, we have to do Dark Knight Returns. We have to do Dark Knight Returns. You don't always have to do Dark Knight Returns because yes, he did kill, and we've been through all this argument so many times. The Dark Knight Returns, when that was around, I just remember thinking, oh, this is like some Elseworlds thing. I never thought of that as a proper Batman. And actually, there's another one. I listened to Rob Liefeld's podcast, and I don't know if you've ever read this. Have you ever seen Batman Year 100?
A Year 100.
Check this out. So this is Batman Year 100. This is a really cool. This is a
that
cool,
looks awesome picture. That looks pretty cool.
It's really cool. So I would suggest checking it out. That's a Rob Liefeld pick, not a J-Man pick. But like, I never read this before, and it's literally like at one point Batman like puts in teeth, and he's like fighting with his teeth and feet and clawing, and it's like he's like biting. It's like it gets really crazy. And that one's not discussed as much as like the Frank Miller stuff. So there's so many Batman stories. There's a lot of Batman stories out there that people don't know about. And even I had totally forgotten about this. Like, and then Rob Liefeld mentioned, I was like, oh yeah, shit. I remember seeing that. And I thought it was weird. So I never got into it. And now I'm getting into it. I literally started reading it today. I'm on page 30. And I'm like, whoa, this is pretty damn cool. So there's just so much with Batman.
There's so many stories that, like, some of them are Elseworld stories that you consider I still like the Frank Miller, but I consider that Elseworlds. I don't consider that like the main Batman in the DC comics, because you think of DC Comics, they only have one main Batman that's gonna be in this in this run, and you see the same Batman that is being affected through Infinite Frontier, and it changes and everything like that, and you see him being affected throughout the issue. That's the reason. That's also the reason. Like, I really like the comics. The comics are so, I would say, better than the movies. Like,
sure, they always are. The comics are always better. The comics are the real thing. Everything else is Elseworlds. Every movie, every animated series, to me, it's all Elseworlds, which is why I can accept different versions. And if I don't like a version, that's not me saying it's crap or it's not valid.
Yeah.
It's just a different. Do you remember there's an episode of Brave and the Bold, the Batman Brave and the Bold cartoon, where Batmite comes in?
Oh, I saw
remember
that episode. Batmite turns in, and he I think he changes Batman's costume every time. You saw like the Dark Knight Returns.
Yep.
A few others, and there was this other episode where Plastic Man turns into Batman, and I noticed some hints where you have like the New Adventures of Batman look. You have a few looks, and I thought that was a pretty cool nod to the comic.
And Batmite says he's like he's addressing like a den of geeks or whatever, and they're all sitting there dressed up as Batman, and he's like, he goes, Batman has had many, I don't remember exactly what he says, but he goes, Batman has had many different interpretations throughout his career. This interpretation is lighter, but it is no more less valid than the Dark Knight or the dark brooding knight crying over the death of his parents or something. And it's like Batman's rich history allows him to be interpreted in many ways, and it's not any less true to the character or something. Like, the way it's said is, they should just literally play that before every Batman thing. It's like, look, Batman can be Adam West. It could be cheesy and fun and lighthearted. It could be like Brave and the Bold, where it's fun. It could be like Christopher Nolan, where it's grittier and more actiony. It could be darker, like a Zack Snyder version, where he's beating up the criminals and branding them or whatever. It could be a lot of different things, and everyone's going to have their interpretation of what they think it is to them. Now, for me, I always go to the comics. This is why I don't get angry. Like, if Batman kills and people like that, okay. And if he doesn't kill him, that's cool too. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I wasn't dying over the Nolan movies, but I'm not angry at them. And some people come up to me like, wow, these are my favorite Batman movies. I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's not really Batman to me, but I'm okay with it.
To me, like, the best Batman is like, you go to the comics, like, you're never gonna get something better than the comic books, because like, that's where I like Batman. And like, I might not like Batman killing, but like, I don't get mad at it, but like, I go to comics where I enjoy Batman.
Yeah. So there's like some fighting going on in the chat, guys. Come on, like with our buddy Andrew. Andrew's he's a good guy. I think he means well. So let's not get too mean. Let's not be too mean. And Andrew, be tough, dude. Be tough. I've been made fun of my whole life. And it's all good. We're all friends here. If we have different opinions, that's okay.
It's not like we're not gonna all have the same opinions. You might have a different version of Batman that I might not like. I like my favorite of all time Batman is the New 52. I still like the iteration that they're doing in Infinite Frontier and Rebirth. It's basically the whole same character. They just make similar changes, but like we all have different opinions, and it's okay to have a different opinion on the character that you really love.
Yep. Rob Liefeld blocked Geeks Too. He didn't block me. Not only did he not block me, he retweets my tweets, and not only that, but he responds to me on. He just responded to me the other day when I was.
Who's Rob Liefeld?
Oh, dude, you're too young. Rob Liefeld created Image and all. He created Deadpool and Cable and all that.
Oh, him.
Yeah. He's very
talk about it
he's very argumentative with people, and if you don't think he's great, then he gets pissed off at, or if you make fun of him, he gets pissed off at you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a Rob Liefeld thing one day, and it's gonna be great because I love Rob. All my friends know I love Rob Liefeld. I don't care. I love him. I was there for Rob Liefeld's career when it started, so it's a lot different when you're there and you're following someone from the beginning. Batman Year 100 was for me. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, Paul Pope, man, it's very cool. Check it out. All-Star Batman. I didn't like All-Star Batman as much. It was weird. Robin was treated kind of weird. He was like kind of abusing him a bit. I thought this is weird. But I liked All-Star Superman a lot. Marcus Smith's Lego. I love Lego. Did you like Lego Batman? Wasn't that great?
I think it was. It was pretty good movie, but I don't like. It's a pretty good Lego movie. I'll tell you that, but it's not like. I don't consider it like a Batman movie really, because when I think Batman, I think of live action, not Legos.
Yeah, it's okay. But you know, it had some fun parts. Scott Snyder was great. We were trying to meet Scott Snyder, and I had the New 52 Batman run. I had the whole Court of Owls run. I believe I sold it. I had the original issues, but I sold it because I don't think new comics are worth all that much. So if I can get them on,
I almost met him. I really almost met him. This was like during like the pandemic. Like, he was like I think he was visiting a comic shop, and he was gonna be doing some sign-ins like Greg Capullo, Scott Snyder.
Yeah.
And they canceled it because of this whole pandemic thing.
Yeah.
I hope like when Comic-Con start opening up, I really want to meet him.
So he's great. His lineups are crazy. But he's seen, like, I kind of watched him interacting with people, and he seemed really cool. Have you seen? Yes, I saw that. That was cool.
Yeah.
Have I read Batman vs. Predator? Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I was looking at different comics. I was looking at different comments, and I had yours on the screen. Sorry, Anthony. No, I did not read Batman vs. Predator. Did you read it?
Oh, Batman vs. Predator.
Predator, yeah. They did a Batman vs. Predator.
Oh, I thought that was like the. I know there's a video of Batman vs. Predator.
Oh yeah, there's that fan video thing. That was pretty cool, actually. That was made for like.
I never read Batman vs. Predator, but like I hear good things about it. Like I could just, if I want, I probably could search it up and read it digitally. But like I hear good things. I'll check it out.
I'm sure it's on Comixology or wherever you get your. We love Andrew. Yes, we do. Exactly. We're just messing around. Yes, we're all good. Andrew's the GOAT. Yeah, I agree. Rob Liefeld is a supporter of the Snyderverse. There you go. Oh, yeah, he is. He is. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to block him now that he's a supporter of the Snyderverse. I'm going to have to block Rob Liefeld. No, I love the thing with Rob Liefeld is that he's so enthusiastic, and I don't want this to become a Rob thing. Okay. Deadpool, Rob Liefeld blocked. Oh, oh, man. Yeah, you told me that, I think. You put that in 6 ranking. Oh, I put it very high up. Sean and I saw that in the theater when they did a re-release for it. I guess about like, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. They re-released Batman 66 in a theater in downtown Toronto where we live. And it was packed, and it was so fun. People were yelling and screaming. They're yelling the lines out. I love that movie. I've seen the Adam West series at least 5 times. The whole thing 5 times.
I watched the Adam West series. I liked it too. But like I like the more grittier Batman because I'm so used to like the grittier Batman. It's hard to get used to. Like I like the grittier Batman, but I still like the Adam West series because that started everything.
Yeah, that basically, and this could be for the chat and for everybody out there. if someone comes up to you and they tell you that the Adam West series is garbage, that is your cue to realize that they don't know anything about Batman. Because without that series, it's over. There is no anything. There's no Snyderverse. There's nothing. Because without that series, Batman is still going to be a very low-class citizen compared to Superman. The Flash comic is very important. The Adam West television series is very important. Obviously, Joe Shuster and Jerry Siegel creating Superman is very important. These are like big things in comic books. You know, the creation of Spider-Man. It's like this kind of Jack Kirby, Stan Lee. This kind of stuff is huge. If someone's telling you Jack Kirby is trash or Stan Lee is trash, they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
And even if someone tells you Superman is bad, they literally don't. Without Superman, I would honestly argue that without Superman, we wouldn't have any fandom. I would be 90% positive that would be the case. If you went back and eliminated the creation of Superman, we would not have anything here.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be anything behind me. There wouldn't be, my entire room would just have action movies with like Van Damme and Schwarzenegger. It's like everything else would be gone. And then Batman as well. It was so important.
Yeah, like I think like without Superman, I don't think there would be Batman. Like
no, without Superman, there's nobody. But
yeah,
Batman, there's nobody, because it's like up until then we had like Flash Gordon, we had Buck Rogers, we had like Tarzan, we had the Phantom. The first guy to wear a mask was the Phantom, I believe. And Phantom is still going today. Phantom's been going since like I don't know what year, but there's a comic strip of the Phantom published every day since the beginning. And someone can Google it if they want. Just do the Phantom. Whenever the first strip started, he's a comic strip character. He's published every day. There's one today. Like one came out today. And they've never missed a day. The guy who wrote the Phantom wrote it till he was like 85. He was dying in the hospital and still writing the strip. He wrote ahead, then his wife continued it on, then finally his disciple continued it on. Yeah. So anyways, but Batman really pushed this thing to the next level.
What are your thoughts on like I know not a lot of people like this. What are your thoughts on like Batman in the Tom King run? What are your thoughts on the Batman and Catwoman relationship, them getting married and being
I don't like it.
Fighting crime together, like
okay.
I always like I didn't mind it to me because like we all know like Batman's love interest is always Catwoman. Like you can argue it's Wonder Woman, but it's always Catwoman.
No, it's Catwoman.
Yeah. Catwoman. I didn't mind it because like I thought eventually Batman and Catwoman would eventually get married and like share his identity to Catwoman because like their relationship was expanding and like progressing and everything like that. But like I didn't mind it. It's just they could do it in a different way. Like I think I wouldn't mind it if Batman retired and they weren't fighting crime and Batman revealed his identity and they're happily ever after. But I feel like I don't think it works with having Batman and Catwoman fight crime together because that if you think about like then Batman will be always worrying about Catwoman getting hurt and he's risking his life every time to prevent her getting in danger. And like I still like the run, but I feel like it makes Batman more careless and more like if she gets hurt, I'm going to run after her and leave the villains behind.
Right.
Like I feel like it didn't. It's a 50-50 for me. I liked it, but I don't like I feel like if they were gonna get married, Batman would have to give the cowl to like either Nightwing or like one of those because I don't think having being married, fighting crime, and worrying about your wife every time you're in Gotham doesn't help.
Doesn't help. Yeah, I'm trying to look through. So Tom King primarily wrote Batman, and who was the guy that wrote Detective? Was that Tomasi? Tomasi?
I think so.
I really so earlier I made a mistake when Truth was mentioning. I'm with Truth in the sense that the Tom King stuff, I don't like the Catwoman. I didn't read any of it. I literally skipped all of that. I really preferred the Detective comic stuff, which had I can never pronounce this guy's name. Tinian. Is that?
I can't pronounce his name either. Like
I apologize, buddy. If somehow you hear this, you're the damn best. But I cannot. I don't know your name. James the Fourth, is that James Tinian? He's great. Tomasi's great. These are the ones I really like. That stuff. I was not into the Batman, so I'm reading Batman now, of course, and Detective Comics. But the Tom King stuff, I know he had a contract to fulfill.
Yeah.
And he was trying to fill up those issues, but I wasn't dying over those as much. And you sort of pointed out the reasons why, right? Like if it's always going to be worrying about Catwoman and stuff, it's just like, I don't know. I kind of like Batman just being on his own.
Like when I think of Batman and Catwoman, yeah, they are gonna have a relationship, but I don't think Batman and Catwoman would ever get married because they know because Batman. I don't think Batman would ever want to get married because like he's gonna be if he ever got married, he'll be risking his life to his wife, and I don't think. I think Catwoman would understand that too, because like when I think of Batman and Catwoman, the relationship, I like the relationship, but it's like always a fling, but it's never like they're never gonna get married because like Batman's always gonna be protecting Gotham. He can't.
He shouldn't have anyone. Batman should not. Even in the movies where they kept having Vicky Vale, and now Catwoman was okay with Michelle Pfeiffer, and then they would have. Chase Meridian, what's her name, Nicole Kidman, and they had Elle McPherson, and you're like, why do you keep adding these blondes, to Batman to give him like a love interest? But like, we don't need it.
Like, you can add a love interest, but like, don't add like a love interest where Batman's gonna be get married or like have a girlfriend or anything like that.
Yeah, and he has to keep revealing his
identity. Added like a relationship like when in the comics where they have Batman, Catwoman, it's like one night stands. Like I think it was in the New 52. I think it's Catwoman Volume 1. I think that issue they Batman tries to protect her, and they eventually have sex and stuff like that.
Right. Like I never, you know what, a little bit of a confession. I'm not the biggest Catwoman person. I never read any Catwoman comics. I just can't get into Catwoman. I like her as a supporting character in the Batman world, but her own comic, it's just like Harley Quinn. I cannot read her own comic. I really tried. She needs to be with someone else, she needs to be in Suicide Squad or she needs to be with Joker. Check this out. Did you ever read? Now Batman was so big, Truth. I did read the 66 comics. They're very fun. Let's go through. C for Catwoman. Oh, that's great. C from that movie. Yeah, Superman's first superhero. I agree. Oh, I love the Billy Zane Phantom movie. I've seen it so many times. I have it on Blu-ray. I have the poster for it. Batwoman, Catwoman is good. Yeah, Hush. Mm-hmm. Hush is not good. Okay, so you didn't like Hush, the comic. J-Man is always hating. I know I'm not. I love everything. I bought it all. Anthony, Hush's animated. Oh yeah, no, Hush the animated thing was not that good, but Hush, I think the storyline.
Yeah, I didn't like where they changed the main character. I'm fine with adaptations in animated movies, but never change the main. Never change like the big threat. That's a big oopsie. Never do that.
No, that was a stupid move, and I don't know why they did it. I'm not gonna fight about Wonder Woman 84 on this stream. I will fight with Wonder Woman about Wonder Woman 84 this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. We can discuss civilly and nicely about Wonder Woman 84 and why it's the best movie. Okay, I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I heard good things. Okay, 1936 Phantom first appearance. Yeah. So since 1936, check this out. Since 1936, not one day has gone by that there's not been a Phantom comic strip written. Now it's only like 2 panels or 3 sometimes, or maybe 4, but not any. And he's the first one that had the white, like the black mask with like the white triangles where you couldn't see his eyes. That was the Phantom. Have you read Hush? I never read Hush. I have it, but I never read it.
Hush, like the graphic novel and stuff like that.
I never read the graphic novel. No, because
Oh, I read
only
it.
read the. I only read the. I always read the Batman regular stuff. Anytime there was like a special thing, I never really got into. Like I never read Long Halloween was part of something. I never read Long Halloween either.
It's very good. I recommend if you want
I
to.
have it.
Like, if,
I have it.
Yeah, if you want, I feel like if you're gonna read the watch the Batman, I feel like it. The recommendations I would recommend is you would have to read Batman, Batman Long Halloween. Matt Reeves also take inspiration from I think Zero Year, and what was it? Dark Victory.
So okay, I don't have that one, but I have like everything, and you can get it all on digital. I get everything digitally very quickly if I need to read it quickly.
Yeah.
I do still buy the physical books, like I just got.
Yeah, I can't.
Hold on, check this out. Have you seen the Batman manga?
Back up a little bit. I think that looks very. I recognize that a little bit. I think
So it's a manga, like Japanese. It's Japanese.
That's pretty cool.
So Japan got the rights to do their own manga based on Batman, but they didn't get the rights to anyone but Batman and Robin. So all of the villains are made up. It's all new villains, and they're all weird and crazy. It's very interesting. It's been released on Comixology, so you can get it digitally. Trying to get the actual Japanese books would be impossible, and it is in English, so you could read it in English. It's translated on digital. So
that's good, because I'll speak that language.
No, but it's very interesting and really cool to think that there's like a Japanese take. It's just like the Japanese take on Spider-Man, completely kind of different. Phantom would make a great TV series. I would write that.
What are your thoughts on Bruce Wayne Red Death? Anthony talks about that.
What are your thoughts? I don't know about Red Death. Like,
I think I really like it. It's very interesting. It's like you're in this alternate Earth where Bruce Wayne kills the Bat family. Where Bruce Wayne kills. No, not that one. I was thinking of Family Who Laughs. Sorry. It's the one where Bruce Wayne loses his family. We all know the story, but Batman's obsessed of trying to fix that, and he straps the Flash to his Batmobile and steals his speed, and he starts murdering everyone in Gotham.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. So it's like an evil kind of version. I'll tell you right now, as a standard practice, I never liked the evil versions of the superheroes. And the reason is that we have villains. And that's why we have villains. I don't want to see a good guy version of the Joker, and I don't want to see a bad guy version of Batman. Now, I'm not saying that those things aren't cool as just a what if. Like, they used to have What If, and they used to have Elseworlds and this kind of thing. So if it's something like that, which is what this is, that's kind of fun, just as a for fun thing to read.
It was like a big crossover where, if you, I don't know if you read, you have to, if you read the Death Metal, it's like this big crossover between like the actual heroes versus the evil versions of Batman, and the Batman Who Laughs is the leader, and he tries to take over the multiverse and tries to become a god and tries to destroy the whole multiverse.
Wow, that's not nice.
It is destroying it is pretty cool because, like, I agree with you. I don't like heroes becoming villains, but I think it's an interesting idea that each of them have their own backstory of why they become a villain or evil version. And I think it's pretty cool because, like, when they started this, like, I wasn't sure of getting it. Then I started reading it. It pretty is cool. I like how, like, each of the Batmans have like a dark history towards them, and like I know and really like it. I still like the original Batman comics, of course, but this is like one of my favorite crossovers.
Right, just like a for fun kind of a thing. And I'm going to address these comments. I'm going to actually step out of the room for a second and grab something and see if I can find it quickly, because I want to show you guys something that I forgot. I was going to have it ready for today and I just literally forgot till just now. Michael Keaton, I think Ben. Well, who do you think's better, Michael Keaton or Ben Affleck? I'll let you talk about that while I go
I
grab
can't
it.
choose. It's hard.
Go for it. Go for it. Michael Keaton. Tell us what you like about Michael Keaton and what you like about Ben Affleck. Go for it. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay, what I like about Michael Keaton is he, of course, he introduced the Batman character. Like he was like one of the inspirations towards like get a darker version of Batman, and I like how they introduced his version. He is a pretty well version. I like Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is more very comic booky. Batman, Dark Knight Returns, Batman. I think of that kind of Ben Affleck, but I feel like without Michael Keaton, like he showed like a very dark and brutal Batman. Like I feel like with that, if that was never introduced, I don't think we would have actually got the Snyderverse.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I think I'll tell you this: if Ben Affleck, exactly what he looks like, didn't kill and didn't have Dick Grayson dead, would be perfect. Like if it was Ben Affleck and Dick Grayson's alive and all that stuff, and it's not like Dark Knight Returns version, he can look like that, but make it like a modern day thing and have him be a detective and all that, no killing and all that stuff. I think that would be perfect. That would probably be the perfect Batman.
Like I don't mind the Snyderverse, but I don't consider it the main canon. Like with comic books, like you see from the New 52 through the Infinite Frontier, you have one Batman through that's connected with all the heroes and everything that doesn't kill, and Nightwing's there. Nightwing's not dead.
Nightwing,
like,
all that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. I don't mind this. I really like the Snyderverse, but I prefer Elseworld story. I prefer a canon that has the characters like Nightwing, Batman, like Robin in the main canon universe, and you can have the Snyderverse as an Elseworld story universe. And
it sort of is. It kind of is, really, because there's a lot of differences to the main.
Anthony, I do not hate Zack Snyder.
I know. Anthony's gonna be. We're gonna address Anthony. Okay, hold on a second. Of course, I have Dark Knight Rises. I saw it in the theater. Batman and Robin. Okay, so here's what I want to show you guys. So, back in the day, a friend and my friend has been on the chat before. A friend and I used to go to the Warner Brothers warehouse, the distribution warehouse. So I used to go to these distribution warehouses of these studios, and I would be able to buy movies and stuff before they even went to stores. So I had a real good in, and it was really cool. And I would go to these trade shows where they would come to us, and because my friend worked at a game store, a video game shop, which had movies and stuff, right? It's like a rental shop. And they would get like, perks. Like I'd go and meet people and I get autographs and stuff like that. And I went to Warner Brothers, to a Warner Brothers thing. And this is when Batman and Robin just came out to buy. And check out the cool stuff I have. I'm going to make myself full screen. This is stuff that you cannot get anywhere. It's impossible to get. You can't buy this. This was given out to people at the trade show. So it's like, I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to remove this comment and make myself full screen. Okay. So you got this program here. Look at this. So it opens up.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And it opens up, and and Batman opens up as well. And it tells you all of the retail pricing. So it says it shows you the Lost World did this much. Batman and Robin was 40% of the market and all that. Men in Black was 39%. So it's telling you one of 1997's top movie events. It's massive awareness of over $70 million in theatrical ad promo support. So it's telling you all the stuff, $150 million box office. So it's telling you all of the stats
That's
of
pretty
like how
cool.
of how the movie did, right? And it'll tell you the demographics, and then it's like, look, it's like you can do popcorn, you get a $3 rebate. They're gonna do a Duracell tie-in. This is like impossible to get. Like, look, it'll show you the different the display stands. So depending on what display stand you want to have in your shop, this is crazy, eh? Like, and then it tells you like if you want to buy, you can buy Speed. So Speed 2. So there's Speed 2 and Batman and Robin. You can buy them together. Do you want to get like the cassettes? And it tells you how many you can return. And then Sky High. This was depending on how many units you buy. So it'll say like you'll make $900 if you buy, 40 of these and whatever. It's like crazy. So it's all of this stuff, and it all folds in nicely. So that's one thing I got.
That's
And
pretty
then I got
cool.
this. This is a giant size movie program. So it goes through the entire
movie.
and it has like spotlight on all the characters. And it's like Mr. Freeze.
What are your thoughts on the Mr. Freeze suit? I know not a lot of people.
The suit looks wicked. And Schwarzenegger, I love Schwarzenegger, but the thing is, it's like obviously he was very cheesy. But like, check out, like that's Nightwing, man.
Yeah.
If that was blue, that's exactly Nightwing. And I know Nightwing had red for a while too, right? Like,
Yeah.
so and I had the movie poster for this, and I also have a Poison Ivy poster. And then like they're advertising the cars and stuff like that. It's like there, and I even have this. This here is an audio play. It's really good. So it's an audio adventure, Bane and everything. So like, I know everyone makes fun of Batman and Robin, but these were big event things. Like this wasn't just like, oh, I know it's cheesy and all that, and that's fine, and people can scoff at it, but it's an important movie because things had gotten so cheesy at the time that they decided to go with Batman Begins, and that brought Batman back. See, Batman does this. It was very cheesy, and then it was cheesy in the comics, Dark Knight Returns happens. It was cheesy in live action, 89 happens. Then it got cheesy again, and Batman Begins happened. Then it got too gritty and realistic, then Snyder came in. It's like Batman keeps fluctuating, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah, like I think like I heard that with Batman and Robin they're try
no, he doesn't.
That they were the reason why they did this movie is to sell toys or something like that.
Yep. They had to make it toyetic. That was the thing that they wanted more McDonald's toys, and Batman was like a cash cow, right? So they wanted more toys, vehicles, costumes and all that, statues.
Oh, did you see? This was all over Twitter, but did you see? I think there's this company called Prime One, and they're making a Batman.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, you saw Batman? I think it's. I forgot which one.
Batman. I think it's Batman Forever. Is the one
Batman Forever with like I think it's the Solar Suit like with Val Kilmer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, like I really the Solar Suit looks pretty cool. Like I don't know why people hate that movie. Like I can't. It's not as cheesy as like Batman and Robin, but I still kind of like the movie. It's not bad.
Batman. The thing with Batman Forever, it's actually Batman Forever for me. I don't want to say it's the worst, but I don't mean worst in that I hate it because I've seen it so many times. It's the reason why I think it's not as good as Batman and Robin. And hear me out. Batman and Robin is all cheesy. The whole movie is cheesy and colorful, and it's just an Adam West movie with a big budget. But Batman Forever has a lot of good, serious parts.
I know
but
where.
But then cheesiness comes in, and you're like, oh. And I'm like, if they just would have made Two-Face a bit darker, Riddler could still be a bit goofy, but he's Frank Gorshin.
Yeah, I understand. Like they had so many tones all over the place.
Right.
They should have stick with one tone. Like it did get when I was watch. I sometimes when I watch go on HBO Max, I just watch whatever DC
Yep.
shit is on there.
Yep.
Sometimes tend to watch it, rewatch it, and see. It's really that. Like I think the main problem is that it has like there's so many tones. Like it has cheesy and then serious. I
Yeah.
think that's the downfall. I think it would have been still would have been a good movie if they just stick with one tone.
Everyone looks good. Like
Yeah.
Two-Face looks cool. He's got the two girls. He's got Drew Barrymore and the other chick with him. That's kind of cool. Riddler looks awesome. He's like super crazy and it's all good. I like the idea that he's just completely insane. And then that when Robin's parents die, or his family, like when the Graysons die, you're like, oh shit. Like that was, and you're like, oh, and they pan up and they're all just like lying dead. And you're like, that's so good. And then you feel bad for Robin. And I was like, wow, this is really good. And they actually gave him, this is so great. They gave him the actual costume, like the Flying Graysons wear the Robin costume, which is so cool. And then he gets like a better version of it in the end. And I thought, this is so great. And then it's like George Clooney or whatever, Riddler and Two-Face being goofy and silly and like, hey, this is my brain on the box. This is your brain on the box. I'm like, what's going on here? Why is this so stupid right now? Like,
yeah,
it was so serious. And Val Kilmer was very good and he's very serious. He's like, well, my parents died and he's having these nightmares. And I'm like, okay, this is really good stuff. And Nicole Kidman's like super hot. And it's like, but then everything is so stupid. I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's just so weird. Like Batman and Robin is all cheesy. Like as soon as that movie starts, you're like, oh boy, this is a cheese movie. They show the bat butts, which was also in Batman Forever. They had the bat butts and the nipples. They had all that in Batman Forever as well. But like they had it in Batman and Robin, and he's like, this is why Superman works alone or whatever. Like, okay, so it's like, here we go. But as soon as that movie started, I literally, I'm turning to my buddies. I'm thinking, this is gonna not be this is gonna be pure cheese, I think, and it was, and I liked it. I walked out of the theater. My friends made fun of me the whole freaking drive home. Like, oh, you liked it, didn't you, Jason? I'm like, yeah, of course I liked it. Like, oh, you're gonna buy that? You're gonna buy that on VHS? I was like, of course I'm gonna buy it. Like, oh, you're such an idiot. I'm like, I bought the poster, and I'm like, I bought the toys, and they're like, you're such a goof. I'm like, look, I like all Batman stuff.
Yeah, like I know there's some. Yeah, I would agree. Like it almost did, I would say, but like I feel like Christopher Nolan's trilogy kind of saved it.
Yeah, but we needed Batman and Robin because, see, Batman Forever still had a lot of cheese parts in it too. So the thing is that this is the way it was heading. Everything is a reaction. Batman Returns was very, like, Penguin's very creepy. And he's grabbing the girls, he's putting the button on the girl, and he's grabbing her boob, and he's saying a lot of weird sexual things with Catwoman, like, oh, there's the pussy I was looking for. And he's saying she's just very weird and creepy, and parents were like, this is like weird. Why? Like, my kid is watching this. This is really messed up. And I remember they pulled the McDonald's toys, which I actually had some of the McDonald's toys.
Before I think we were got Batman and Robin, and we got, I think it's Batman Forever. Michael Keaton was supposed to have a third movie, and supposedly his suit was going to change. I think it was going to be gray and black, I think.
Maybe because they wanted to make it more lighter, right? The whole point was like, when Joel Schumacher came on board, you have to understand where this guy's coming from. He's coming on board and they're saying, look, that Batman Returns was fucking too weird. It's like Catwoman was too sexual. It's like she's like licking him and all that. It's like, this is just weird. And Tim Burton just went crazy. Like, because he just went full Tim Burton. He made it like a Tim Burton movie with Batman characters. And I love Batman Returns. It's a masterpiece of art. It might not be the best Batman interpretation or whatever, but it's just a masterpiece of art. You could just watch them and be like, wow, this is so gothic, and the snow. And it's like the dark black. It's very dark blacks with contrasts of bright whites. It's beautiful. I also think Batman and Robin is beautiful in a neon, John Wick kind of neon way. It's like a different kind of a Batman. But like those two movies are the two extremes. Very, very super colorful and weird misty look versus like a very gothic, high contrast look. But people were like, they didn't know what to make of it. Even when I saw Batman Returns to the theater, I thought, oh, this is weird. This isn't the Penguin. I'm like, this is kind of weird. But then I loved it. I watched it so many times. So that's why Joel Schumacher got pressured. They're like, you got to make it lighter and funnier and make it even more crazy. And you got to the point where, yeah, Mr. Freeze is saying every line that he says has something to do with.
Did you know the reason why they picked them? I think the reason why I think when they did, I think it's Batman Forever. I know they went to Michael Keaton with the script, and I know I heard that he said that these are too many villains.
Yeah.
Fix the script or I'm leaving, and he did leave, and they replaced him.
Like, now he's coming back.
Like, he is coming back. I do think he's gonna get his last movie. Like,
yeah, he'll get one more, a nice going away present as the last.
Like, I think he'll be involved with that Batgirl movie. The one thing that people don't understand, because some people are confused, how would you put a Batman Beyond in the modern day? That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, they have to, if they're going to do a Batman Beyond, they could have done it with Michael Keaton very easily.
Yeah,
but Batman Beyond again is an Elseworlds thing to me. Like, again, that's a cool cartoon, and I've got it, of course.
Yeah,
it's an Elseworlds. It's
very cool. Like, I'm fine with Batgirl coming in modern day, because it would not make any sense for a future Batman Beyond to be modern day if he's always been in the future. That would not make any sense. It would not stand out. Like, the only obvious situation is Batgirl. Like, how would you put Batman Beyond in modern day? That would not make any sense.
No, that would be silly, and I don't even understand why they would even bother. I'm not a fan of altering things until we have everything established already. Like, I think, like, I would say we need to have a regular Superman movie first. We need to have Henry Cavill, now that he's back alive, we need to have Henry Cavill be Superman in what I would say, like, a proper Superman movie where it's just him, not him and Gal, and him and Ben, and him and Jason, and all that. No, just Superman by himself, saving the day, fighting whoever, in the blue costume, not the black one. And then do a couple more of those. Then you can have alternate. It's like Batman. We don't have enough regular Batman movies for you to start doing alternate versions of Batman. Like,
yeah, like, I just want to see, like, I want to see more solo movies. I don't mind crossover movies like Justice League 1, 2. Like, I love Zack Snyder's Justice League. It was one of my favorites. I love BVS, and I love Man of Steel. But I was hoping, like, we would get a Man of Steel. Like, I don't think Zack Snyder ever intended for Man of Steel 2 or 3. Like, that's what some people are saying. So, because he was going to end at Justice League 3, and then he was done. And then it was just going to be spin-offs and stuff like that. So I assumed that his Superman's arc, his whole arc, was going to be, like, achieved at end of Justice League 3. I just wish I want more solo movies. I want more solo movies with, like, Man of Steel. Like, I want to see other characters, just a lead up with solo movies.
Yeah, like, we need to see a proper Batman movie. The Matt Reeves Batman. I mean, we're gonna see it. Obviously, it's Batman.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, because, like, I don't like when we go backwards. Like, when I say backwards, I mean the Ben. I know everyone has to have a different suit because that's the way they like to do these things. But they had. If you're not going to get Ben Affleck back, okay, fine. But at least use the Ben Affleck suit then, or something similar to it, because the one that they picked looks like Iron Man almost. And
you mean for, like,
Matt Reeves,
Robert Pattinson?
Yeah, the Robert Pattinson. It looks like armor, and I'm like,
yeah, I know. He's taken a lot of inspiration from Year Zero. I also the helmet thing is from Gotham by Gaslight, and And if you see like the body part, it has a lot of it looks like a lot of inspiration from the Arkham games.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking it up here on the screen here to see like the inspirations. I mean, and that's fine. You can take whatever inspiration you want from whatever source you want, but it's like it doesn't like. I mean, obviously it looks like Batman, but even when the Michael Keaton suit came out, I was like, why is it all black? Like there needs to be some color. If it was black, if it was the Michael Keaton suit with the proper symbol, exactly the same, but just make it the black and the gray,
Yeah.
I'd be like, that's fine. Then I'd be
That's
super okay with
fine. Like I'm very excited for the Batman movie. Like I think we will get like he's gonna get upgrade because if you see he's gonna get second suit and like yeah they are.
There we go. Trash. He said it. I predicted that. I predicted he'd say the word trash.
They kind of are because like I feel like we would have everything right now if Warner Brothers wasn't scared and afraid. Like we would actually have Zack Snyder's official everything. Like we would have Justice League 2 and we would have all these spin-offs and then we could did all these Elseworlds movie.
I mean, they don't even if they just want to continue with Henry Cavill, then they can just continue with Henry Cavill if they want to. Like I don't see what the problem with that is. And I'm going to talk about this on Sunday. I don't want to talk about it really here, but they introduced an original black character on Superman and Lois.
John
Henry Irons. He's an original black character. The actor, I forgot his name, was the damn best. His suit, like the hammer, was killer. The explanation of how the hammer works with the kinetic energy that it builds as it travels, that was great.
I love the backstory.
The backstory. So what the hell are they talking about? Like, oh, we need a black character. You got one right now. You have
tons because like
you have tons. He's right there. So
like the one thing that I'm still confused about because like I know I think it was on Twitter yesterday or day before the who's the writer again?
Of what?
I know that's stupid ass Superman movie that's gonna be coming out.
Oh, Ta-Nehisi Coates? Is he the writer?
Yeah, he talks about the movie.
So you know what? Anytime this is not going to be a diss on anybody. Anytime there's someone who's coming in and doing a movie, I wish I could interview them because it would be very uncomfortable. The first question I would ask is like, "Hi, I'm directing the new Batman movie. Perfect. How many Batman comics have you read? 0? Okay, fucking see you later. This interview's over. Next." It's like, how many Batman comics have you read? I love Batman. He's my favorite. I read this. I read that. I'm like, okay, that sounds good. Like when you go for a job interview and they ask you questions and you don't know anything, like if you're going to be if you're going for a job interview and you, I don't know, pick a job, like let's say you're going to be like, I don't know, like a bricklayer or something. It's like, hi, I want to be a bricklayer. Do you have any construction experience? No. Well, what was your job before this? I was an accountant. It's like, okay, well, you look like you're physically not in shape. There's a lot of heavy lifting. You're going to be out in the fucking sun all day. It doesn't look like you're qualified for this job, buddy. See ya. Like, someone sits down. It's like, do you like Batman? No, I hate Batman. I don't like comic books. I think they're stupid. Like, don't ask David Cronenberg to direct a superhero movie. He's literally said, or Francis Ford Coppola, or any of these guys. They're like, we hate comic book movies. Perfect. Why don't you direct the next Batman? Now, I'm not saying Matt Reeves. I'm not poking on Matt Reeves.
Yeah,
I'm just in general.
Like, I want directors that do the research and understand the characters. Like, it is basically that. Like, they have Henry Cavill. They have the perfect Superman. They don't really have to do that, really. The reason why I'm excited for the Batman is because like he's taken what I gathered inspiration from the Golden Age, and that I'm fine with that. Like he's taken inspiration from the Golden Age, and he's like he also talks about like the inspiration of the stories, Long Halloween, and the suit's inspiration too. I'm fine with that. Like what I gathered is that it's not an origin story technically, because like when I think of an origin story of a Batman movie, there gonna be like it would be a long process of them becoming the character.
Right.
But in this movie, it's a little of both. Like it's not like you're gonna be seeing him seeing the Riddler become the Riddler. It's not gonna be that. Like he'll probably be called the Riddler, but he won't have his actual suit until like the final fight.
Yeah. So then he's not the Riddler. Anytime I gotta tell you something. This is for everybody who's listening as well. This idea that at the end of the movie, or in the next movie, or in the 14th movie, he's gonna look like the. I don't want that. In the Michael Keaton 1989 Batman, in the first 5 fucking minutes, he appears as Batman with his full costume and he's Batman. And I'm
Yeah.
like, perfect. Within 20 minutes, Joker's created, right? Like he's created in the beginning. There's one action scene, he gets dropped in the chemicals, he comes back, he's Joker, done. And it's like perfect. That's why that movie was so good. When
I
I was
think
a
the
hold on,
problem with
when I was a kid and I saw that, I was like, finally, I'm like, there's Batman. He's right
yeah.
there. This is in the first 5 minutes. They're on the roof counting their money. It's like, oh, you should have turned the gun on that kid, man. You should have turned the gun on that kid. He's like, hey, shut up. Who are you counting this money or not? Now shut up. Shut up. Right? And then it's like, and you're like, holy shit. And you're like, Batman. They shoot him. He gets up, punches the guy, uses the Batarang. In the first 5 minutes, literally Batman does everything. He puts the guy on the ledge. It's like, I'm Batman. Throws him down, jumps off. You're like, this, and he disappears, which is a Batman thing. I'm like, wow, that was the best opening ever.
I think the problem is like when I watch the Christopher Nolan movies, like with Batman, is the funny thing is that Batman does get upgrade suits and everything like that. And
Yep.
I know some people said that he's also taking inspiration from the Christopher Nolan trilogy too.
Yep.
It's not gonna be very realistic. It's gonna be more comic booky than people think. It's still gonna be grounded, but it's gonna have more comic book elements than every freaking movie. Like, but I think he's taking some inspiration about like the suits and like he'll get a new suit and like with the suit like this is not it's his prototype suit. And I know in the comics Batman did a homemade suit, like he made a suit himself. And like when I'm looking at the suit, it looks like he wore it for a long time, like, and it's wearing down. So I'm assuming he's gonna be upgrading the suit.
Right.
Like I don't I think I don't mind this for a first approach of a movie because he doesn't have Lucius Fox. Lucius Fox basically makes every like his suits and his like his Batmobiles, his weapons, and everything to go against. So like I think at the next movie I think we'll get Lucius Fox, but I think this is a good start of the first movie. I think it's gonna be like, in my opinion, like the best comic book Batman movie, like trilogy overall,
Right.
because like Matt Reeves is doing a lot of research. He's doing like you never see the kind of movie a movie director do this much research. Like, and I'm happy that he's doing a lot of research for Batman. He's going to the Golden Age comics. He's going everything material for the movie, and I'm actually pretty excited for that because I don't think we had an actual director that actually read comic books. Like I think there's a few,
Yeah.
but not like go through it like extensively.
Well, this is why, and people were mentioning too. I think Truth and Anthony were going back and forth on Michael Keaton. See, like Tim Burton is just like a weird guy who likes fantasy, so he took a fantasy gothic approach to Batman.
Yeah.
You know, especially in the second one where they said do whatever you want, because the first one he was still directed a little bit like, well, you have to do this and that and everything. But then in the second one, they're like, just make whatever movie you want to make. And that's why the second one, it's like Bruce Wayne is not even a character. Like he has like a couple of scenes, and it's like the rest of it's like it's just him as Batman and Penguin. It mostly focuses on the bat, the cat, the penguin, the animals. They're all animals, right? And it's like, so that's why that came out the way it is. I'm interested to see what they're going to do. I'm excited. I see every Batman movie. I've liked every Batman movie in some way or another. I can like one over the other, but it doesn't mean I don't like any of the Batman movies. I just sometimes feel that like people latch on to one version. Like there's the people that just love the Christopher Nolan trilogy, and like that's all Batman can be to them, and
No,
that's
like
where I butt heads. Like
yeah,
if I'm telling you I like Ben Affleck as Batman, and I like the Batman and Robin movie, and I like the '89 Keaton movie, and I like Batman Begins. Like I saw Batman Begins 3 times in the theater. I've got I got the soundtrack and all that. I don't have the poster for that one, but it's like I saw Dark Knight in IMAX. I think I saw Dark Knight twice.
I think that's like my second favorite. Like
Dark Knight.
My second favorite movie. Like I really like the Dark Knight. Like I liked for Christopher Nolan's trilogy. I like the Batman Begins and Dark Knight. I don't know. I did Rises didn't feel like a Batman movie because number one, Batman doesn't go out in the daytime. Like he kind of contradicts 2 of his movies because you see Batman in the dark, only go in the dark in those 2 movies with Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. He kind of contradicts that in Rises, and they make Batman. I think there was this line, Batman is like the hope of Gotham. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like how is Batman the hope? Like when I think of a superhero that's full of hope, that's Superman.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Batman is the exact opposite of Superman. They should not be in the same thing.
Like Batman shows fear and violence and spreads fear to the criminals.
Yeah.
And shows them I better not cross your way again or you're gonna get broken arm or something like that. Batman is not nice. Like they make Batman, it seemed like a Superman movie more than a Batman movie because they had like some Superman references because Batman was never the hope. He's never the hope of Gotham. That does not make any sense. It just doesn't. That's why the movie doesn't work because Batman doesn't go in daylight. He's not the hope of Gotham. He spreads fear to the criminals, and he contradicts his 2 movies where Batman doesn't show up until the nighttime.
Yeah, and the other thing too is like Batman. If you look at the '89 Batman, they literally thought he was like some kind of creature, right? Because they're just like, oh, it's a giant bat. Oh my god, and I liked that, right? And it's like they turn him into this action hero, which is fine. And Dark Knight Rises, he's this action hero, and it's like okay, but it's kind of weird. Yeah, like why is Batman just there? Like, oh hey, Batman, like hi. Okay, what's going on here? Like, shouldn't he be working in the shadows? And like, it's just weird. I don't know. Dark Knight Rises, and it had a lot of wonky stuff with the story. That's the only one where I kind of checked out.
I feel like it was rushed to me. It felt rushed.
And it was too long, buddy. Edit your movie.
Like I did it. I couldn't even understand Bing. What the fuck was he saying?
Christopher Nolan is one of these auteur directors, and I like Tenet, and everyone hates it. I know that's fine. We can argue about it later, but and the thing is, yeah, it's hard to hear what Bane is saying, and he's saying, well, that was on purpose. I was like, well, why is that on purpose? I just had I have a rough day at work. I'm going Friday night to relax, watch a movie. Why do I now have to try to pay attention to what the guy's saying and try to really listen? And it's like, it's taking me out of the movie because I don't understand. Like, that's like saying, well, when Batman attacks at night, it'd be hard to see. So we're going to shoot it all in the dark so you can't see anything. It's like, okay, why? Right? Like, if Bane is talking like this, you can't understand him, right? Okay, I get that. In real life, it'd be hard to understand him, but this isn't real life. It's a movie. Just let me hear him.
Yeah, like the only scene that I see that Batman is only in the darkness is the one where I think everything's dark and where Batman has like, I know Jim Gordon's on the ice and he shows the bat symbol flaming. That's the only time I see that's Batman. He does not go in the light. He's in the
bat signal wouldn't work in the day.
It would not.
It wouldn't work in the daytime. That's the point of. He'd have to use the red phone. and call
Yeah,
Alfred.
like that movie just doesn't work in so many ways. It contradicts like two of his movies, and it just doesn't make sense. Like
Yeah.
it looked like he understand the Batman character in the beginning. Then I don't know what happened to the last movie.
Yeah, I think maybe Nolan kind of checked out. No, I don't think Nolan really likes doing sequels. There's certain directors who are the auteur directors. Um, they don't like doing sequels usually. I want to address Truth's thing. Yes, I mean superhero movies, not comic book based movies. Because yeah, I love Cronenberg. He's like my second favorite director. Nolan's Batman, elbow to the face. Yeah, boom. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know. So we're gonna start to wrap it up. I think. Any other thoughts? Are you liking this new? Are you liking the new?
I read that. I really like that. I read Robin. I read Robin.
It's good
Did you?
too.
I catched up with all my comic books. I liked where in the story of Robin they have I think three lives. And
Yeah. Here's everything I read this week for DC: Batman,
I read that.
Superman, Robin, Stargirl. This was great. That's everyone's friend, Jeff Johns. I read Milestone. A little bit disappointing, to be honest. Last one. That's Ninja Turtles. Sorry, not DC. But yeah,
Did you get Robin too, or?
yeah, I got Robin. It's here. It was here.
I liked that girl on the cover. I think in the last issue of Robin, she killed
Killed
him. Yeah, she killed him, and she had his heart. She had his heart, and it's like I think it's Ravenger that's teaching Robin how it's not just about like about your skills and everything like that.
Right, right.
Like I like how like Ravenger and Robin are working together because Ravenger is like Slade's daughter and Robin is Batman's daughter. It's kind of funny at the same time because I know Batman and Slade don't they have like a rivalry.
Yeah, I agree. Having what's his face be Robin at the end of that movie was really stupid.
Yeah, it was
In
like
Dark Knight Rises.
yeah.
That actually made me cringe a bit. I know everyone cringes on Batman and Robin, but that whole movie's cheesy. This him saying, it's like, oh, my name's Robin. It's like, oh, it's like you're not Robin. It's like, stop it. It's like, shut up. That was stupid.
Like Christopher Nolan is like very realistic. Like he I don't know, maybe he doesn't like fantasies or anything like that.
He doesn't. He likes he doesn't he likes earthbound sci-fi-ish kind of things, right? So it's like Tenet is a bit weird because it's got that reverse entropy stuff where things move backwards, so it's like that's fantasy, right? But it's more like a realistic thing, or Interstellar, where it's like obviously time is relative to mass, so if you go to somewhere else time changes, that kind of stuff. So he likes that kind of stuff, but he doesn't like fantasy. Like Tim Burton was like a fairy tale Batman.
Yeah.
And then Christopher Nolan was like complete opposite. Those are your two. And what you need is somewhere in between. Like, actually, I think Zack Snyder's better to do Batman than he would be for Justice League. Like, I would prefer him because Zack Snyder's visual like palette and his storytelling is better suited for Batman.
Yeah, I really like his he's one of my favorite Batmans. Like it goes like Ben Affleck, then Michael Keaton, then others. Like
that's it. After that, it's over.
Yeah, like I really like his Batman. Like it's very comic booky. It reminds me like it's a mixture of Dark Knight Returns and also the New 52. Like his suit reminds me a lot with the New 52. Like it does have a lot of resemblance towards the comic book if you look at it very closely.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really like his. I agree with you. Like if I had to pick something, if they would have restored the Snyderverse, I would rather Zack Snyder just direct the Batman trilogy. Like,
Yeah, I don't
I
think
want Justice League 2 and 3, of course, but I really want to see Ben's Batman. I really want to see what he was gonna do with his Batman.
Yeah, I just wish that like Dick Grayson. I just want to say hey to Clobbering Times. Thanks so much for popping in there, buddy. Yeah, yeah, oh man, like it's like see, I don't want Dick Grayson to be dead and all that. That's the problem. It's like I really wanted to see that. I would have liked to have seen it before the Dark Knight Returns style. But I mean, we're just gonna have to settle for the Matt Reeves and see what happens. And I don't know. It seems I don't know. I'm interested, but I'm not super excited. Like I don't know. I have to
did
see
you
what's
hear that Robert Pattinson's made a deal?
Made a what? A deal?
A deal, like
to do what?
To stay around more longer as Batman. He's gonna be around. He's gonna make more. He's gonna make he's gonna be on HBO Max now, and he's gonna be on the movie screen, and he's gonna be making his own projects too. I'm assuming because he made that deal, he's gonna be longer as Batman. Now he's gonna be. I'm assuming he's gonna have cameos on HBO Max now with his with Matt Reeves' Batman projects, and that's very exciting.
I think they gotta see how it goes. Because this is what WB does. If something doesn't do well, they trash it. Like what will happen is if this Matt Reeves Batman doesn't do well enough in their eyes, or people don't like it, or there's mixed reaction like a Batman versus Superman where some people hate it, some people love it, then all of a sudden they're going to be like, oh well, yeah, we don't want Pattinson anymore, we want something else. Like they can't seem to make up their mind.
Yeah.
And this is the WB problem. It's like either you just say,
it said in the article that they rewatched the thing.
Yeah, like see, because I don't like Batman versus Superman. Everyone knows that, so that's not a surprise. So I don't like Batman versus Superman. But the thing is that if you don't want to cater to me and you want to cater to the people that did like it, then cater to them. Like, and then just ignore me. That's fine. I just won't watch it. Or I'm going to watch.
Sure about the Anthony. What's Anthony? I feel like he would be too young. That would be too young. No, that wouldn't make any sense. Like, Batman's only in year 2. Like this is year 2 of Batman after like year 1 that Bruce Wayne becomes Batman and found like he's Batman now, and it's year 2. It wouldn't make any sense for Robert Pattinson's Batman. Robert Pattinson's Batman will be in the Batgirl movie. Like I don't think they would be in the same universe. Like it wouldn't. I could be wrong, but what do you think? Do you think that Batgirl would be in the same universe?
No, I don't. I'm not really sure exactly.
Because don't you think it's a little too early? He's only in year 2.
Yeah. It's way too early for Batgirl. I just posted a link for Clobbering Times channel. He's got a great stuff. It's all comic book related.
I think
it's too early.
I think we will get these characters in spin-offs on HBO Max. Like we're gonna get those characters on spin-offs. And Robert Pattinson's Batman's gonna show up there and there. But I don't think we'll get any trilogy. Like I think Robin will be introduced in the second movie where they introduce like the Dick Graysons, the famous Flying Graysons and stuff like that. I think they will introduce that. But you're not gonna get like Batgirl or like I think you will get Robin, but you won't get Nightwing and Batgirl into like a spin-off because that's
gonna be like way down the line, guys. I don't think this is all happening. The studio has fear of Robin for whatever reason. They don't want to put Robin, except for Batman Forever and where he had the Nightwing costume. They never want to put Robin in. They have fear of putting Robin in. I don't know why. Just friggin' put him in there. Like
I don't think they have fear of Robin. I'm not sure. I think it's I don't know. Like I knew they had a plan of putting Nightwing in the DCEU, but because he's dead in the DCEU, they cut that project down. So I think because this is on not on in the DCEU and it's in its own universe, I think it's more likely we'll get these characters. But I don't think we'll get in the movie trilogy. I think we'll, because Matt Reeves talks about these spin-offs, I think it's more likely that we'll have it on the smaller screen, like on HBO Max with those spin-offs. I think I would be okay with that. Just have it on the spin-off.
Well, I'd be okay. I'd be okay with that too. I just need them to do a proper Batman movie where he's a detective. He doesn't go around killing everybody. He looks like he might go a little crazy.
I'm excited for the detective aspect.
Me too. I am very excited about that. Like going to a crime scene, and there needs to be some CSI scenes where he's investigating and he finds clues and stuff like that. I want to address Geek Studios thing. Batman animated series. Yeah, I'm gonna watch every Batman animated series. I've pretty much liked most of the ones I've seen.
I'm really excited for that. Like
Batgirl, yeah, we're not sure. Of course, J-Man is hating. Yes, yeah, Anthony, you already know this. You already know all this stuff. Everybody knows I don't like Batman versus Superman. This is public knowledge. And I've got a Batman tattoo and a Superman tattoo. So when you get your Batman tattoo, then talk to me. Do you have a Batman tattoo, Arkham?
No, I don't. But
you don't want to, you got to get a Batman tattoo.
I'll probably get a tattoo when
get one on your chest. Get the bat symbol on your chest.
With the anime series, I'm very excited what Matt Reeves is gonna be doing. I'm not worried about JJ because he's only a stupid producer. Like,
JJ's the worst of all time. Oh my God, I am worried about it. I know. Why is everyone not worried about? I've heard this before. Some of the people in the chat too. They're not too. I know Anthony's worried about JJ. I'm super worried about JJ Abrams.
The one thing that I'm noticing, because we have Justice League Dark.
Yeah.
Or we are having John Constantine, whatever. And we have heard nothing about those projects.
Right.
Like, are they going to wait until his contract's over to freaking make those? Like
I have no idea.
What are they do? What is JJ really doing? Nothing.
See, bum ass JJ. There you go. JJ's ruining Constantine. Okay.
Like,
let me go through
he's not really doing anything.
A-double-C. Ain't Robert Pattinson Earth 2? I don't know. Is that supposed to be Earth 2? Did you hear about that? Oh, okay. Yeah, Earth 2. That's what I'm
It's not the Earth 2 that people think it's in the Arrowverse, in like with Stargirl. It's if you read the multiverse and everything, it's in its own dimension. It's in an alternate, it's in another dimension where you have Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 3, whatever. But it's not going to be that Earth 2 that people think.
They have to okay, look, let me give a message to Warner Brothers and DC. Stop the alternate universes. Regular people don't know what's going on and they don't care. They're just going to go and sit down and watch a Batman movie. And if it doesn't make any sense, like this Flash movie, which is going to be I'm going to love this Flash movie. I can already see it because it's going to be a disaster. And I absolutely love disastrous movies. Like we're going to sit down, me, Sean, and Steve, we're going to sit down and it's going to play. And once it's going to be over, everyone's going to say, this is a trash movie. And I'm going to say, this is absolutely the best movie ever because it's going to be so awful. And I'm going to love it for its awfulness. Like, I love awful movies. And the more awful they get, like everyone hated the Judge Dredd movie with Stallone in it. I was like, this is the greatest movie ever. It's a bit of a disaster, but I'm like, I don't care. It's a disaster. I'm just going to like it just for
I agree. I agree with that. I trust Bruce Timm and Matt Reeves more than JJ.
Yeah, I don't trust JJ. The guy ruins franchises, period. Ruined Star Trek, ruined Star Wars. Batman launches Spider-Man.
Did you see the quote that I think it was with Collider with JJ talking about his mistakes?
Yeah. Really? He's like, well, maybe we should have had a plan. Yeah. Because that's how every movie franchise and every movie works in the history of anything. It's like nobody, JJ keeps saying this mystery box crap of his. It's like, no, nobody wants that. You can do, if you want to do a small independent movie that's very quirky and it's like an art house film and you want to do some weird stuff, and then things aren't explained or whatever, that's fine. Make that movie. But that is not Star Wars. Star Wars needs to have very clear good guys, very clear bad guys, very clear motivations, very clear plan. I need to know what's happening. In every scene of the original trilogy, I understand what's happening. If you pause the movie and someone says, hey, what's going on right now? You pause the movie, you're like, okay, what's going on right now is that Luke is learning from this guy. He's the Jedi Master, this little guy. His name is Yoda, and he's a Jedi Master, and Luke is learning the Force, and Yoda's helping him train. Oh, okay, thanks. And you play the movie.
You don't want to explain that.
Right? No, I'm just saying, but not you explain it, but I'm saying you should know what's going on.
Yeah,
right? In JJ movies, you pause it, you're like, wait, what's happening here? Like, I don't know. They're fighting. I think it's like at no point in time does anything make any sense. It's like they find Luke's lightsaber and they give it to him. It's like, oh, where did you find this? Oh, we'll tell you. You don't need to know. Well, actually, I do need to know because his hand got cut off and that lightsaber fell down the friggin' the Cloud City trap chute or whatever. Like, where was it? Like, you do need to explain that. It's like everything is a bunch of crap.
Yeah, I think Justice League Dark's gonna probably come out because it will come out next year because you see all these things coming out 2022. Like 2022 is gonna be very packed. Like I don't trust JJ, but like I have more faith in Bruce Timm and Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
But like the one thing that I don't get is why is JJ attached? He does not. I don't think he knows anything about Batman or anything like that. Like, are they just trying to give him a purpose because they have nothing else in for to do? Like, is that what they're doing?
I just saw this at Geek Studios. Paul Soles died. I didn't even realize that. He just died on the 26th. Just a couple so he did the voice of Spider-Man. I met him. I got a picture with him and I have his autograph. I can't believe that I did not know that he just passed away. That is crazy. And he died in Toronto, Canada. I live in Toronto, Canada. Like I'm in Mississauga, which is right beside Toronto. I can't believe it.
People.
Wow. Yeah, that's really shocking. I'm surprised that did not get. I'm going to ask Sean about that. And how did we all miss? I can't believe I missed that. I'm ashamed. And I met the guy and I got his autograph. Thank God I was able to meet him. He was such a nice person.
It's usually on Twitter. They usually show that stuff.
Yeah, well, I never go on Twitter. My wife will usually like throw something my way, say, "Hey, this person," but I guess nobody really said much about it. And that's shameful to Disney if they didn't announce that, or Sony or whoever owns. I guess Sony owns Spider-Man now. JJ didn't have a fucking plan. Yeah, I know. JJ never has a plan.
Like, do you agree that they're just putting finding JJ to do something because he's not doing anything, basically?
Yeah, because he's under contract and they just need him to do something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I think they're already done writing those scripts. Like, I think Constantine's already done. I think Justice League Dark is already done. The scripts are done. I think they're going to be doing castings and whatever when they start filming. But I think in the meantime, they have to give JJ something to do because he ain't doing nothing.
I guess so, because that's pretty brutal. So Geek Studios saying it's just been announced that he died, but I was checking Wikipedia. It said it was a couple of days, so maybe it was just announced now. Wow, that's really sad. I mean, he was 90. I met him a few years ago, so he was like pretty old, but he lived around here. So it wasn't a big deal for him to come to these shows. It was just like a half an hour drive. Like I'm like half an hour away from where he lived, pretty much. That's really crazy. But yeah, I think maybe you're right. They need to give JJ something to do, so they're just like, putting his name on
because he's in a contract. Because he's in a contract, they have to get him something to do. Like, I don't understand why they need JJ. I don't think they needed him. Like, I don't like if he's just gonna produce stuff. Like, if I don't know, he could be directing some stuff,
right?
But it says him producing, so I'm just reading what it says in those articles. But if he's just producing stuff, what's really the point of having him? Like, if he has no value, if he's just producing and looking over projects, why hire him?
Right, exactly. I mean, just because like his name does not bring anything interesting. Samuel E. Wright, I had to look him up. I was not sure. He was in Jesus Christ Superstar though, in the Broadway version at least.
Like
That's
if
pretty
he's not
crazy.
gonna be if he's not gonna be directing anything, because if he if he's just producing all these, he's producing the Justice League Dark, he's producing Constantine, he's producing that trash Superman movie that's happening. I don't see a value. I don't see a value of hire him if he's just producing.
Yeah, and he should not be involved in anything. I mean, I would never, want to cancel someone because but the
Yeah.
thing is that J.J. Abrams, and I don't make fun of him. I know people call him a different name, which is pretty
Yeah.
funny. I don't call him that. I don't say. I'm not making fun of him. I'm not making fun of Ryan Johnson. I'm not making fun of any of their names. I'm not going to misspell their thing. I have respect for people. This is, J.J. Abrams. People like his films, and that's great. I personally do not see any value in any of them, and everybody knows that. Even if I'm taking something where I don't like it, I could still visually say this was cool. Like, and there's and the Star Wars has some cool visual stuff going on.
Yeah.
And, I look, and there's some fun, action bits and everything, but he just doesn't bring any heart or any really good storyline. It doesn't. Not everything has to have a lot of heart to it, but it needs to have some good story too. Like, I don't know. And he's just not the person to do it. Because
Yeah,
even
the
though,
one thing that I don't understand is they could have got any producer to look over all these projects. Why JJ? I don't understand. Like, if he's just gonna be looking over his projects and producing, not directing and not writing anything, he's not really useful. He's not useful.
I guess
What's
it's
the
I
point?
guess it's a blessing that he's not directing anything or writing it.
Yeah, that
When
is
is
a
the next
blessing.
panel? Oh, next panel we're gonna do Sunday 6:30. We'll have everybody on talking everything. And I got
Yeah.
a message from Gray Malkin who might be coming back on. He might be coming back. So
And
we
we
can
could talk
talk about
how trash JJ is. Anthony would love to talk about that.
we could talk about how trash he is forever. I can
Yeah,
just go
like,
on and on. And oh man, oh gosh, why are these deaths?
did it start at Star Wars, or what was his first
Star
bad
Trek.
movie?
Well, I don't like anything he's done. I don't like Mission Impossible 3. That's the one where they had the
He
rabbit
did Mission
foot,
Impossible.
part 3, which is the worst one in my opinion. And I didn't like it because they were trying to find the rabbit's foot, and the rabbit's foot was they never explained what it did. So it was just too weird. Okay, you know what? We're getting way off topic. We talked about Batman. I want to end it there because I don't want to stray. But this was a Batman
Yeah,
theme.
sorry.
You love Batman. I know because it's like we'll just be on here forever. As soon as you start getting me on, don't get me on Star Wars, Star Trek, and Star Wars. I get pissed because the thing is like even though I don't like Batman versus Superman, I can still say, oh, there's some cool fights and Batman looks cool. You know what I mean? Like, but like I
Yeah,
can't say
suit
anything.
is pretty awesome.
I can't say anything positive about the
JJ.
JJ stuff. I can't say anything positive. I still like Zack Snyder, the person. I think he's a pretty cool guy. I love his first 4 or 5 movies or whatever, like those really, first
Yeah.
that
What's
first
your
block
favorite?
of movies.
Which one is your favorite?
Watchmen,
No, out of like DC, like
Man of Steel.
yeah, like
Out of the Zack Snyder ones,
yeah, like
Man of Steel's my favorite.
yeah. I was Man of Steel
I
was
don't like
one
the
of my
other ones.
favorites, but it changed when I saw Zack Snyder's Justice League because like it's such a different movie and you have more of a story, and I really like how the story is.
Yeah, I don't like Justice League because Superman's hardly in it and Wonder Woman is a murderer. I can't get over it. Like when Wonder Woman murdered all those people in front of the kids and blew up the side of the museum, I was like, this is so dumb. I just couldn't. I don't know. I just couldn't. It was so dumb to me. I'm like, Wonder Woman would never do this. This doesn't make any sense. Why is this happening? It's super. I just didn't like that. And
Zod is my
Superman's not in
favorite
it.
villain. Zod is my favorite villain for Superman.
Yeah, Zod's awesome. See, Man of Steel, there's a lot of arguments to be made, positive and negative, against that movie, but it still has like a lot of cool parts. There's like flying around, fighting. Zod is wicked. Like Feora is wicked. The last battle is really cool.
The one thing that if we do get a sequel, they would have to explain how because I think it's
Right. Hold
whatever
on.
happened to the Kryptonians, like
Yeah.
I
Where
know
are they?
like I know they're in the Phantom Zone, but also Emil Hamilton's with them too.
Yeah. I'm not against Wonder Woman killing people. I'm against Wonder Woman killing people in front of school children and then
Yeah.
disintegrating a guy and destroying the wall of the museum she's trying to save. The terrorists wanted to blow up the museum, so Wonder Woman did it for them.
Yeah,
Like,
Wonder Woman's a killer in the comics. I don't mind.
I don't care if she kills. I'm saying she shouldn't kill in front of school children. There's a bunch of kids there. She could have easily just blocked the bullets and knocked those guys out. And that guy, if she's gonna kill them, if she's gonna kill that last guy, just snap his neck. Like, why did she incinerate him? When she incinerated him, the entire wall got destroyed. I'm like, you just destroyed half the museum that you're trying to stop these guys from blowing up.
It is pretty. It is
That's
a pretty
stupid.
good, cool shot. Like
But
the
that doesn't
whole
make any
explosion.
sense. That it, I just checked that. I'm like, this is so dumb. I was like, that's dumb. I could not get over that scene, and I'm like, what?
I did like the shot of it, like when she hits the braces, it does this big explosion. I think
Yeah,
it's
but why?
pretty cool.
But it's cool. But like, do it against the parademons,
But
right? Like,
the
don't
one
do it
thing
against
that
the
I
human
thought
who's
is
right there.
the one thing that I thought is if she incinerated the bad guys, wouldn't the kids be traumatized of someone
That's what I'm
killing
saying.
someone?
Yeah, they saw a bunch of people get smacked into the wall and blow, and then someone get incinerated. Wouldn't those kids be traumatized? I don't know if anybody in this chat, how young or old everyone is, but I've watched family members literally die in front of me. Like, I've been there as they're dying, and then they take their last breaths and they die. And that's them laying in a hospital bed. They're laying in a hospital, and I watch them pass away. I literally watch, and you know when they pass away because the way they do their last breath. Okay. So I've watched people die, and I'm still traumatized. And I've watched more horror movies. I will bet you I've watched more horror movies than you and everybody in this chat put together have seen any movie.
I would agree.
Take all the movies that you've
you
ever
there.
seen. Yeah, take all the movies that you've ever seen, and I've probably seen more horror movies than you've seen all movies your whole life.
Are you excited for Conjuring?
I don't like ghost stories. It's okay. I watch the Conjuring movies. I have them, but they're okay. I like Saw better. I like slashers.
Oh, what are your thoughts on I think
I'll see
it's
Spiral. Yeah, I'll see that.
Spiral.
I didn't see it. Yeah, I'm gonna see that.
Yeah,
But
I
hold on.
heard,
So that's my problem. My problem is that like that it's very traumatic, and this is not. I didn't see this when I was a little kid. I saw this like 7 years ago, right? Like, this isn't from when I was a little kid. This is like now. So I just don't like that at all. I thought that was really weird. It took me out. Dan asked the kid if she was okay. when I,
what?
yeah, it's like, are you okay, little kid? Yeah, I'm okay. Well, that's a lie. That's bad writing. The kids would not be okay. Anybody knows that.
Like
That's the best. The little girl's like, I want to be just like you. What, you want to murder people? I don't get, like, Wonder Woman murdering the parademons and all that. That's fine. I mean, I don't care about that. It's like, and I don't even care if she's killing the people off screen, like not in front of people. Like, if they attacked her in the alley and she killed them. Actually, though, I don't even like Wonder Woman killing at all. I really don't like, but I'm not as against it. I'm not opposed to it, but just the way it was done there was weird.
Yeah,
I like, man, you're awesome. I love it.
I like Wonder Woman killing. The one thing when Justice League 2 comes out, like I'm hoping this merger restores the Snyderverse. I want to see like maybe Wonder Woman murder Superman.
Just kill him. Why? Wonder Woman should murder. By the way, Wonder Woman is not people keep saying she's a warrior. No, she's not. She has not fought in any, except for World War. She fought in World War II, but prior to World War One in the movies, prior to World War One, she fought no battles.
No, I'm saying like the evil Superman. Not
the evil Superman. I don't want evil Superman. I hate evil Superman. And even
so you wouldn't mind if Wonder Woman cut his head off or stab him or anything?
No, because Superman would not turn evil. I know he's controlled or whatever. I don't believe it. And even in Superman and Lois, the new episode where they showed evil Superman, I'm like, okay, that's an alternate reality Superman. So maybe that alternate reality Superman is evil, but no, like Henry Cavill in the current Man of Steel universe should not turn evil. Yeah, that's why I don't like the Nightmare.
I know he's not evil, but he's like controlled by the anti-life equation. So like if like because like I think in some of the like scripts or something like that that was shown in the supposedly Wonder Woman was the god, I think the god of war, and she stabbed Superman in the chest.
Don't like it. Don't like it. Wonder Woman is supposed to be the goddess of truth, and the goddess of truth shouldn't be stabbing people. She should be using the lasso. She shouldn't even have a sword and shield. I don't even like Wonder Woman with the sword. I know I've got a statue behind me with her and the sword and shield and all that, but I don't like her using the sword and shield in modern times. It doesn't fit for me.
If they made some alteration for like Justice League 2 and 3, would you be fine? Because I want them to keep this, because if you read Final Crisis in the comics, Batman defeats Darkseid, but he still dies, but he defeats Darkseid. I don't want any of the heroes dying.
I don't want
them to change that, because like when I think of Final Crisis, the graphic novel that I read, it's always Batman is the one that defeats Darkseid or kills Darkseid. At the end, he dies, and Superman's holding him in his arm. I do not want to see them switch up to Superman defeating Darkseid, because that would not have no meaning. Like it wouldn't make any sense to me. Like you're gonna switch up Batman not defeating Darkseid and have Superman. Like I want to see that because Batman. If you're gonna show Batman sacrifice, Batman's the one that has to defeat Darkseid.
I mean, like Darkseid's been fought and defeated by so many. Like Wonder Woman defeated him in her own comic, right? So it's like Darkseid can be defeated by whatever. That does. I don't know. I'd have to see what the story is like to judge.
Have you ever read Final Crisis?
I did read Final Crisis. That's a while ago, right? You're talking about Final Crisis from a while ago.
Yeah, I really liked it. Like
I don't remember anything of it, but I have it. I think I actually have the actual issues, unless I sold them. But anything with Crisis in it, I bought. I have the original Crisis on Infinite Earths, of course. What's wrong with superheroes dying? Because then they're not going to be in the next movie. That's why. That's why. I get back in time for Snyder restock. I know. What's funny? I'll say this to the people in the chat. We always have a good time, and everyone knows that I don't like these certain things, right? And nobody ever really gets too mad at me. So I don't know what. Maybe it's just that I'm not being too. See, I'm not angry at people for liking it, and I'm not angry at people for disliking it. Like, I'm okay with Man of Steel. I don't like Batman versus Superman, and I'm half and half with Justice League. I like some parts. I like Darkseid. I like Steppenwolf.
Darkseid looks so awesome.
Darkseid looks awesome. Just Steppenwolf looks really cool. They improved his look. I like Gal Gadot just because I like her anyways, except I don't like her killing those guys in the beginning. That was dumb. I like Ben Affleck, although I feel that he becomes useless towards the end, which is one problem I have. I like Superman. I love the part where he's resurrected and he fights the Justice League. That's really cool. I don't like that he's not in the movie that much. I do think the black costume looks cool for the movie, but I would not use it going forward.
Yeah.
Because that's not the Superman costume.
Anthony's going.
I know. Anthony loves 84. I saw a tweet just recently where he said he loves it. So I don't know. Canadians are nice people. Yeah. I'm a nice person. Thank you. But yeah, no, I'm gonna leave hater up because I think that's funny. The thing is that's the thing. So it's like there's certain aspects I like. Even Batman versus Superman, I like Batman looks cool. The fight's pretty cool. Like Superman looks cool. So I don't like hate it where I'm gonna barf for everything. What's everything hated? Hell no. Oh, this is Anthony. Oh, I'm gonna find that tweet, Anthony. You're gonna be in trouble when I find it.
I really like Batman versus Superman, but the Ultimate Edition, I wish they put that in theaters. I think it would have done better. Like, don't cut. I know movies will be cut. Like, they will be cut, Like that's the movie theater. That's like the Hollywood process. Movies do get cut,
They
but
do. I know.
uh, but I don't want certain movies that like DC. Like, is it really necessary to cut those parts out? No.
It
Like they
messed up
could
the
have had
story.
they could have a 3 hour movie. I don't know. I think it was 3 hour. I think the Ultimate Edition 3 hour movie. They could have had that in theaters.
Yeah.
I don't know why they couldn't have it. Like
Yeah, they could have had it. Because movies are long anyways nowadays, so I don't think it matters that much.
like unless it's a 5 hour movie.
Right, but I mean, no one's gonna like. I mean, the Zack Snyder Justice League really couldn't have been in theaters at that length. Well, I mean, I don't know. I honestly, I don't like the nightmare stuff at all. If they could have just cut that entire thing out and then just have it end where it ended before
I
that
like
segment, and that would have been
where
perfect.
the Joker. I like the Joker part. Like
Yeah, I don't like the Joker part. I know everyone likes the Joker part. I don't like it. I think he's just sitting there talking. It does that. That's not nothing.
like to me, like I like it because it's like Jared Leto redeeming himself as Joker. Like, I know a lot of people hated him, hated him because of what? Hated him because what? They botched Suicide Squad, and I feel like that scene with Batman and Joker redeemed him.
But he didn't do anything. He just talked. It's just like
It's like the performance.
Joker,
He doesn't have to do anything, but he's talking.
but I didn't feel like that was Joker anyways. It's just like he's just talking. I don't know. I know everyone likes the nightmare thing, but I really don't. I don't like it at all. Like it's like Superman's evil, everyone's dead. It's like, well, how are we going to redeem from that? Like, let's say Superman turns good, but everyone's dead and everything's destroyed. Like, you can't redeem Superman from that at that point. So what's the ending of the nightmare? Like, what happens next? Let's say they kill Superman. Now what? Well, the world's all destroyed, and all the heroes are gone. So what's the point of it? Like, tell me the point. Tell me the point. What happens?
He's called you hater.
Yeah, so it's like we get discuss the nightmare timeline because it's like so what's gonna happen? Is Superman gonna turn good and be like, oh, sorry for everyone I killed? Oh, okay. What's the ending of that?
I don't think the nightmare timeline. What I gathered is like a vision. It's not really happening. It's not really happening because Bruce Wayne wakes up. Technically, he wakes up. It's like a premonition. It's like you're having these visions, and these visions are taking effect. What can happen? But like, and I know Justice League 2 was gonna be in nightmare timeline, but I think of it, the nightmare timeline, as a whole vision. It's not really It's not really real. It's like a premonition what can happen, and Batman can use that knowledge.
Now hold on a second. Be careful on this one, because you might fall into this trap. Does Batman sound like the type of person who uses visions to determine his actions, or is he the type of person that goes by evidence and data gathering?
Evidence.
Right. So Batman has a bad dream, and then Batman versus Superman happens. That's the storyline. Does that sound like Batman?
I understand where you're coming from, but I assume that that's where Zack Snyder was gonna head. Like, this is just my theory. Like, I think it's all like premonitions, and after number 2, like Batman tells about what can happen, and they can stop Superman from turning evil.
Right. Okay. So yeah, Ryan's explaining it a little bit. Flash is meant to time travel at the end. Their arc in the 3rd film. But see, like, my thing is, like, why are we doing all of this if it's just going to be undone? Like, I don't like even with Superman 1, which I love, Christopher Reeve, I love it. Him spinning the world back was always weird for me. I'm like, ugh. I don't like when they undo things too much, unless it's like Back to the Future, where the movie is about time travel.
Yeah, like Anthony says, like Iron Man in Avengers 2, where I think it's Age of Ultron, where he sees those visions of the Avengers dead and everything like that. Mm-hmm. It's like a premonition. So like, think of what we got in Justice League as a premonition, and Justice League 2 is gonna be a big premonition.
Right, but that's okay. So Tony Stark dreaming for 1 minute versus like half an hour of footage versus a whole 2-hour movie about it. Like, what is this? Like, where's just the normal? Like, where's the normal Batman fighting the villains? Like, where's the normal Superman being Superman? Like, that's what I'm like. The Nightmare. I don't understand what like who is it meant to appeal to? I want to see Batman solving crimes and fighting villains.
Think of like the Nightmare timeline is like
it could be a
grittier, darker version of Injustice.
Okay, Ryan. Next time Ryan's going to explain it all to me. And even if you explain it, it's not so much that I need it explained. I need it explained as to why we need it. Like, why do I need it explained, and why do I need it at all? Like, it's like, okay, guys, I got this idea. Okay, so I'm going to do this Batman storyline where Batman gets brainwashed, and then he goes around killing people. Won't that be cool? But then here's what'll happen: Flash will go back, and you're like, well, what is this for? It's like, I don't know. I just want to do this. Like, but what's the point of it? Like, I don't get the point. I don't get the point of it.
Would you say you
what's MCU lover? Anthony, this is like, of course I love the MCU. Hello.
For Zack Snyder's Justice League, would you say you're disappointed that we never got the Green Lantern scene? I kind of wanted to see that.
Yeah, I wanted the Justice League to be the full Justice League. I wanted it to be the full, complete Justice League at their best. Not Flash starting out, not Cyborg. Just I don't even want Cyborg in there, to be honest, because Cyborg is a Teen Titans character. He's a Titans character. He's not really a Justice League character.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I'm okay
I know
with
in the New 52. I know in the New 52 animation, I think it's Justice League War that introduced Cyborg as a Justice League character, and in the New 52 comics, he became a Justice League member.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So I'm okay with him. But again, it's like he's starting out. You know, when they did the Avengers movie, everybody was already established as something. Now they did have Anthony. I've got Hater up here. How many times he's going to put Hater? I'm going to leave this up here, Anthony. I'm going to leave Hater. I'm going to change my name to J Hater or something. Hater of. Except I own every Zack Snyder movie. Do you own every Zack Snyder movie on Blu-ray? Tell me in the comments, Anthony. Do you own every Zack Snyder Blu-ray movie, including Dawn of the Dead, Sucker Punch? I got the Sucker Punch limited edition tin, like steelbook. It's like, and I got the poster, soundtrack, making of. I got the making of, Watchmen, making of, 300, all that stuff. Dawn of the Dead. So I've seen every Zack Snyder movie in the theater, except for the Owls of Ga'Hoole or whatever. But that was a cool movie.
Did you like what was it called? The new Zack Snyder movie, I think is
Army of the Dead?
Yeah, Army of the Dead.
Yeah, it's like 5 out of 10. Sean tried to
5 out of 10.
Yeah, we can talk about the zombie movie another time if you want. I'm a super expert on zombie movies, so it would be very hard. On superhero stuff, I'm an expert too, but I can be swayed because I like superheroes. But zombie movies, I literally own 75 zombie movies. I counted that.
75. That's a lot.
Right, and I've seen more than I own. This movie, and by the way, 5 out of 10 doesn't mean garbage to me. Like 5 out of 10 means that was cool. I watched it. I thought it was a cool movie. Would I watch a sequel? Yes, I would watch a sequel. Would I watch a prequel? Yes, I would watch a prequel. I like Dave Bautista. He's cool. I kind of like the blonde-haired chick. I like the girl that they edited in, the helicopter pilot. She's not even in the movie. They edited her. They cut out that other guy and put her in. I don't know if you knew that.
What other guy?
Oh, they cut out someone from Army of the Dead. Like, did you watch Army of the Dead?
Yeah, I watched Army of the Dead.
Okay, the girl who drives the helicopter.
Yeah,
she's not in the movie. They added her.
They added her.
Yeah.
Really?
They added her. She like when they're talking to her, she wasn't there. They digitally added her, buddy.
So they digitally added a person that they're talking to.
Yeah, because it was another actor. It was some comedian. I guess he got in trouble for some Twitter stuff. So they digitally removed him and put her in. Oh, here you go. Ryan's telling us. Hold on. There you go. So I don't know this Chris Delia. I guess he got in trouble with some comments or something on Twitter, and they added the girl, Tig or Tig.
Yeah, everyone gets in trouble with Twitter now.
Wasn't she great? She was great, and they added her later. That's crazy. J-Man review bomb. I don't know what that means. That means I hated it. Oh no, I don't do that. I don't do stuff like that.
Like I like the helicopter. I like the helicopter character. Like she was pretty cool.
Yeah, so she was at. I'm not sure why Ryan's disappointed. If it's because of the zombie movie, there is 4 million errors in that movie and a lot of things that are kind of dumb. Like, for example, why even have the pretense of getting the money? Why not just hire them to go get the head? Number 2, if your wife is pregnant, probably not a good idea to send her out on missions when you have 400 other zombies that could do the missions for you. Number 3, why would the zombies who rule the entire land, why would they accept one person as like a trade? Why not just kill them all? Like, there's 400 zombies. Oh, if we give them this guy, they'll leave us alone. Why? Why would the zombies make deals? Like, why wouldn't the zombies just kill all of you? Like, I've never seen zombies sit down and make a deal. Okay, if you give us one guy, we'll let you go. What? And also, if that guy wears a helmet, why don't they shoot him in the chest? That won't kill him. Yeah, but if you shoot him in the legs, he'll fall. If you shoot him in the legs, he'll fall down, and then he'll crawl or try to get back up. Or you can shoot his legs a bunch of times so his legs get blown off. Then he can't walk. So who cares if he has a helmet or not? There's a lot of errors in that movie. There's also dead pixels, which I did not notice until someone pointed it out.
Dead pixels?
There's dead pixels. I love it. Anthony's like probably one of my favorite people. Truth, you hater. Jim is a hater, no, I'm not a hater of Zack Snyder. I like Zack Snyder. And remember, 5 out of 10 for me is good. 5 out of 10 means it's an average. It's a good movie. I watched it, thought it was fun. That's it.
Oh, I didn't know J.J. Abrams was involved with Quiet Place 2.
Oh, really? I'm very nervous about it.
My god! I get watch it like next week, and now
I'm so nervous. I didn't know that. I was really looking forward to Quiet Place 2.
Marcus.
Oh shit! This is not a bullshit thing. He was found guilty of sexting underage. That's not good.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's not just a Twitter. That's just not a Twitter thing. That's actually a bad thing.
No, because when I think people get removed, because this is a lot of times. When people get removed from shows or movies, it's always Twitter. They say something stupid from the past and they get removed. Like the Flash. I think it was who played the stretchy guy. I forgot his name.
You're talking about Elongated Man from
Flash?
Elongated
Man. He got removed because he said some tweets from a few years ago, and Now people are more worried about Candace Patton, aka Iris, because people found tweets about her in past too.
Man, come on! I liked that Dibney fellow. I thought he was great for Elongated Man.
This is the one thing I hate about the internet. I have to point this out. Like, I like the internet. I can go on YouTube. I can search things up. That's good. But the one thing that I hate is when people try to cancel people. Like, it's like saying like everyone makes mistakes in their past. People say stupid ass shit, really. Yep. And when they get older, they mature and they learn from grown as adult and learn from their mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, it's like 10 years ago, like, geez, give the guy a break or whatever. Even if it was like a few years ago, people can change and
I feel like they're going to try to cancel everyone in the freaking Hollywood.
They will. Eventually, everybody will get canceled and they'll all get rehired again. Zombieland. I don't know if Zombieland. No, I don't think I like Zombieland better. I think Army of the Dead was better because Army of the Dead, I like Batista and I thought some of the other characters were not too bad. And I think it looked a little bit better than Zombieland. Zombieland's not too bad. It's kind of fun, but I think Army of the Dead was better. Did you see Zombieland or no?
Zombieland. No. I'm not a big zombie person, but I just watched
Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead because it was on Netflix. Like,
right. So
Like
did you like Army of the Dead then?
I liked it. Like liked it. I feel like it's a kind of movie that you're just get. It feels like one of those movies that when you're bored, nothing else to watch,
You
just
put it
watch it.
on. I think it was too long. Zombie movies should not be longer than 100 minutes because you start to lose the after about 100 110 minutes you start to lose like momentum and you start to lose tension. I think
Yeah,
that Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead or yeah, Dawn of the Dead was way better and the zombies were way scarier and there was a lot of tension. And I know Army of the Dead is not supposed to be the same style
yeah,
as Dawn of the Dead because Army of the Dead is a more fun actiony movie, but there wasn't enough zombie killings. I think,
yeah.
and I don't know. There should have been more zombie killings. Like the
I
casino
still
part was
like the
cool.
story. Like I gave it 9 out of 10. Like
Yeah,
it
so 9 out of 10 is crazy, right?
like
You've
it,
seen those zombie movies, so for you, it's like wow.
yeah, I don't see a lot of zombie movies, so like I thought it was a very good uh movie. Like
Like there's a movie called Undead, which has aliens and zombies, and it's the same kind of thing. And it's done better. You actually see the aliens and stuff. You're like, oh my god, there's aliens. It's pretty cool. You should check out this movie called Undead. And the guy's got like a 3 barrel gun on the cover. It's pretty sick. Okay, so what are we at here? Everyone's doing Q&A with John Krasinski in the theaters. Oh my god,
oh no, oh
yeah, the first Iron
no.
Man. Oh, so Anthony's saying Quiet Place 2 is 8 out of 10. Okay, that's good. So that's good. We
Yeah.
can trust Anthony sometimes, right?
Sometimes like
Sometimes he's okay.
I didn't know JJ was involved with Quiet Place.
I did not know either. That's really crazy. We have a lot of topics. Yes, Ryan, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk this through.
Like
I'm a
he's
horror movie expert. Nobody knows this. I'm a super mega horror movie expert. I have 1,000 horror movies right here. Like like I have tons. I've been a horror movie guy since the very beginning. Since Friday
like
13th Part 5 came out, I was 11 years old and I saw Friday 13th Part 5 and I never stopped watching horror
I
since
love
then.
those movies. Like I might not watch a lot of horror movies, but I really like Friday the 13th. I like the Saw movies. The Saw movies are
I
pretty
love
good.
Saw. All
I
of them.
My friends got me into The Conjuring. The Conjuring's okay. It doesn't
Yeah.
scare me, but my friends get
Hey,
that my friends get scared, so it gives me hoochie hat to see them get shit their pants.
check this out. You're gonna like this one, buddy. Conjuring. I think it was part 2. There's a guy in there. Um, let's see if I can find a picture of him. He went to university with me, and he was in. I made a movie in university. It never got edited. Steven and I wrote a couple of movies. I'm a writer. I've written novel. I've written books. My books are on Amazon. You can order my books on Amazon. I write stories and stuff. Um, so I wrote a couple of scripts and I filmed a few movies. And one movie that I filmed I never got to finish had an actor who was an unknown. It was just a guy I met at university. And I asked him, and I was like, "Oh, do you want to be in my movie?" And he's like, "Sure." And he was in my movie. He's in The Conjuring.
No,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
it's pretty cool. I was gonna call. I was like, "Dude, we gotta call." I was like, "Steve, we gotta call this guy up and say, dude, remember us? I gave you your
Which
first movie."
guy? Uh,
I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of him.
is he
And I
like
don't.
the main character? Like I
No,
know.
no, 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 no. His name is Shannon Cook Chun.
Have you ever watched? I think it's called. I
Hold
never
on.
watched these movies, but my friend says never watch these movies. I think it's called something Centipede. Like,
Oh, it's very gross.
yeah, I never watch it, but I it's
That's him. So let me.
um,
I don't know if he's in. Let me see Shannon Cook Chun. Let me see Conjuring.
you saw the Centipede movie.
I didn't see them because that's him. Is that him from? I don't know if that's him from Conjuring. Yeah, this is Conjuring.
Also, he's like some kind of high school student, or
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. So human, do you know what the human centipede is?
yes,
Okay,
unfortunately, I do. I do not do Doctor South.
so you want to see some really weird ones? Hold on a second. I'll show you some weird ones. This has gone way over Batman, but that's okay. You can check these out. These are like this is like old school torture porn where they do some nasty stuff like with they clamp they explode people and like it's really they use soldering irons on people and stick them where. It's very those are some old school ones. And I got like I Spit on Your Grave and that kind of stuff. Okay, I loved Army of the Dead. Yes, okay, we will talk about it. We watched The Quiet Place 2.
Oh, are you going to see? I think it's
Ving Rhames, great.
The new Halloween movie that I think it comes out this year.
Well, due to the fact that I own every Halloween movie on VHS, then Blu-ray, then DVD, then Blu-ray, then special edition Blu-ray, then box set. I've got a Michael Myers thing here. I've got the Michael Myers mask. I had the full costume of Freddy, the full costume of Jason, the full costume of Michael Myers, the full costume of Leatherface.
Yeah.
I have Chucky right there. Chucky stays with me every time. I can bring Chucky over. There's my buddy. he's my friend till the end. So I've got Chucky. And like I've got my horror movie collection is crazy. If I turn over here, there's my Jason Goes to Hell poster, and I've got behind me on that side is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I love those. Those I think those are probably some of my favorites. Army of the Dead is 7 out of 10. Okay,
you should do
like movie tour.
You should do movie tour of your whole.
I know. I need to do a tour. I like. Smart Zombies. So yeah, actually Sean watched Army of the Dead before me, and then Sean texted me saying that a lot of my ideas that I had for a zombie movie were used in Army of the Dead. I had an idea for a zombie movie where Frankenstein's monster, which is public domain, so the Frankenstein monster is still alive. He never died, and he has been trying to figure out a way to bring the dead back. So he's got his bride. So Frankenstein's monster and the bride have been trying all these years to try to perfect the formula because Dr. Frankenstein's dead. So they've been trying to reanimate corpses and they've been trying to do different things to bring that back. And they've had some varying degrees of success. So they've been able to bring back some people and have them be like smart and actually like good, like almost normal. And then, but then some zombies got created where they're just dumb and they're just idiots or whatever, right? So and they're shambling. So it's like different styles of zombies. So that was my idea. I called it What the Hell. That was my story idea. And then there's lots of zombie movies. There's one called Fido where zombies have become so normal that people keep them as pets. So this family, this little girl's like, I want a zombie. And they're just like, no. It's like, well, but our neighbors have a zombie. It's like, it's a lot of responsibility. Who's going to feed the zombie? And they get a zombie pet. And he's literally on a leash. I saw that in the theater. I have that movie over there. I've seen lots of different zombie movies. I've seen, and that idea in Walking Dead where you can pretend to be a zombie and walk by, that was done in a movie called The Dead Hate the Living. That's the first time I saw someone dress up and put guts on themselves to look like a zombie.
I like the Walking Dead. Walking Dead's pretty good. What are your thoughts on iZombie? Did you
I
like
love it. I met Rose McIver, so she's I love her. She's awesome. I like iZombie, and the comic was good too.
Yeah, I never read the comic, but the TV series was very good.
I like Halloween for sure.
Yeah, Halloween was pretty cool. Like,
no, I don't know Patrick Wilson, unfortunately. Okay, so JJ's not involved with the production. He's just okay. So that's fine.
Okay, I thought he was involved with production.
My favorite horror movie franchise, Friday the 13th, because his name is Jason. So that's an obvious question, and my name is Jason. So there you go.
Yeah. Jason Voorhees is pretty cool horror character. You know, they put the horror. You can play as the horror Jason Voorhees in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that game. Yeah, I saw him in the game. It looks pretty good. And the Friday the 13th game looks pretty cool too. Halloween was really cool. I like it a lot. I thought it was really good. Slightly long, but still very good. I didn't like Michael Myers' fingers getting cut off. I feel like I don't like when someone gets damaged. I don't like when the horror guy gets damaged in that way. I got some kinks. Yeah, I got weird movies, dude. So you're not gonna shock me, buddy. Like this Human Centipede is just gross. I don't want to see poo going in people's mouths. It's like
Uh,
if you guys if you want, you can watch a movie called Pink Flamingos. Have you heard of Pink Flamingos?
no, I
Well,
am
there's a
not.
person named Divine, and in this movie Pink Flamingos, Divine, it's made by John Waters, who's weird as well. Um, he actually eats dog poop. Like you see the poop come out, and he literally eats real dog poop.
Uh,
Exactly. So I don't need to see gross things in my life. You know what's another movie I saw in the theater? Killer Condom. That's a great horror movie. King Zeus, the Alpha had a lot of resemblance to Percy Frankenstein's monster. Yep, yep, yeah. I don't know what they're saying with that character. As I said, 5 out of 10 does not mean it's bad. My movie ranking system is 5 different points per movie. Each factor gets a score out of 2. So 2 is really, really good. 1 is average. 0 is garbage. So I go by story, pacing, the artistry of the movie, the characters. I'm sorry, story, pacing, artistry, characters, and enjoyment. Those are the 5 criteria. So the storyline is good. The pacing was okay. It should have been shorter. So that's why it lost 1. The artistry is good, but some parts I couldn't see very well. The camera work was sometimes weird. I couldn't tell. I couldn't see, and there wasn't enough openness. The characters, I like some of them I didn't like. So that's a 1 out of 2. The enjoyment was 1 out of 2. So that's 5 out of 10. So 5 out of 10 means it's an average good movie. That's it. It doesn't mean it's garbage. So, anyways, I'm excited for the Army verse. Yeah, let's see what happens with that. Friday 13 Part 4. Friday 13 Part 4? I think Part 6 is the best. But I like 4 a lot.
I think they're making another Friday the 13th. I think it's a reboot or something like that. Like
Too much. Oh, yeah. Oh, and I know they're going to do a Friday. That'll be the 13th one when they do it.
yeah, like I know they have a lot of plans for Halloween. We're getting a Halloween movie this year, and we're getting another one next year. So
Yeah, Halloween Kills or whatever. So that's the next one that's coming out. Do I remember? Of course, I know Candyman. I saw Candyman Part 2 in the theater, and I had the poster for it. I love Tony Todd. I have the Candyman movies right over there. Do I have Part 3? I can't remember if I have. I have so many horror movies I don't remember.
Did the new Candyman movie come out, or is that was that delayed?
I don't think. No, that's not out yet. The new one? No, it's not out yet.
Okay.
I don't know. Did you guys know that Sam Raimi's brother, Ted Raimi, is in the first Candyman movie? He gets killed in the beginning. My next stream is going to be Sunday. I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon. Because this is way off topic of Batman.
We don't.
Batman's done. He was done an hour ago. My next stream is going to be 6:30 p.m. Sunday. And if you want to come on, we can talk about horror movies and stuff. No worries. Halloween is one of your favorites. Yep, I love Halloween.
Have you ever read this? Let me turn my camera on. Have you ever read this comic book? Give me a second. Have you ever read this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good. It has involvement of the Talons, and like, I like the suit so much. Like, if you can see, this suit is.
Yeah, no, that's just. I'll see if I can pull it up on my iPad as well.
It's so good.
Is that detective?
It says end the stream now.
I know, ended already. I mean, geez, I know. Was that Detective Comics or
it's,
Batman?
Batman Detective Comics Volume 2
Comics.
Scare Tactics.
Is it new? Is it part of Rebirth or New 52?
New 52 says on top. New 52.
Okay, so New 52, that would be Detective Comics, because they actually separated them in Comixology. They separated them from
I don't
each other.
do Comixology a lot because it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to find things like
that was these, right?
Let me see.
I don't think I'll be able to see.
Yeah, I see the one. Yeah,
that's it, right?
Yeah,
that's it right there. That covers issue 10's cover.
Yeah, I like the art, and I like the villains he goes against, like Mad Hatter, Black Mask.
Yeah, I love Mad Hatter.
Oh my god, I love the suit. I love the suit and the Batmobile, everything. And I'm finishing these, but I got like City of Bane Part 1.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So those I don't have the City of Bane ones, but I have them digitally. But I don't have the. I can show you. I was pulling this out the other day. Hold on a second.
What? Um,
Oh, I get the. I was getting these out the other day.
oh,
That's Tim Drake. So this is where he's like, he's going off on his own and everything, and he fights. Oh, I always love when they do this. They give you like the blueprints.
oh, I love that. Like, I like how they do the blueprints because, like,
And then
oh, I like Red Robin. I like Tim Drake. I like Tim Drake, but he's not like one of my favorites
right.
because like
God,
I don't do it all the time.
All right, dude, we're gonna end this. We've been going way longer than I wanted to. Okay, guys,
9 o'clock.
that's okay, dude. Arca, man, thanks for coming on, man. It was awesome having you on.
I'll
Talking
see you.
man.
You're streaming on Sunday, right?
Yeah, Sunday night.
I'll see you on Sunday.
All right,
Bye.
cool, man. Take it easy. See ya. All right, guys, we're gonna end it off there, man. This was great talking about Batman and then talking about all this other cool stuff. I appreciate everybody coming in the chat and sharing their thoughts. I appreciate everybody, arguing with me about my thoughts because I love talking stuff, and it's always more fun when we don't agree on everything, isn't it? More fun that way because then you can get Anthony saying you're trash, and then you get people getting angry and fighting. It's much better. That's what nerds do. If you're not arguing with people, then you're not engaging in the full nerdness. Anthony, you're my number one favorite. Oh, so good. All right, I'm gonna leave Hayden on because I think that's great. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna have Andrew coming on, and Sean's gonna come on as well. So Andrew and Sean are gonna both be on Amazing Fans as well. We're gonna try to keep it shorter than today. But if anyone else does want to come on, let me know, and we'll talk. Just you and me talking about whatever you want to talk about, and we're gonna just end it off there. But all right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you back. It'll be the Danger Room on 6:30 Sunday night. All right, guys, take care. Be seen.